Long as I wake up in the morning, I'ma get a bag. Get a bag, yeah, I'ma get a bag. Long as I wake up in the morning, I'ma get a bag. Get a bag, yeah, I'ma get a bag. Long as I wake up in the morning, I'ma get a bag. Get a bag, yeah, I'ma get a bag. Long as I wake up in the morning, I'ma get a bag. Get a bag, yeah, I'ma get a bag. Long as I wake up in the morning, I'ma get a bag. Get a bag, yeah, I'ma get a bag. Long as I wake up in the morning, I'ma get a bag. Get a bag, yeah, I'ma get a bag.
What is up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Sports Bites. Sports Bites, we are your #1 sports podcast, bringing you the best of both worlds, sports and snacks. Got a great show for you tonight, and we are back after our 1-week vacation, little time off for everybody.
I still work.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
we still work.
I worked a little bit.
It's been insane. The heat has been insane.
Absolutely, it definitely has. Well, tonight on the pod, we've got... Really, babe? Already? We've got, to my right, my brother Don Schro. What's going on, man?
What's up,
Doing
man?
all right?
How you doing? Doing good, man.
You look like
Trying to stay
you've been out in
cool.
the sun a little bit.
A lot of it.
Sun's out, guns out, baby.
Sunday, he
Getting these
flexed and the
guys-
sleeves fell off, bro.
Getting these guys ready. We leave Thursday for the state tournament. So
That's it. Well, across the table, Dr. Mike on the mic. Brent Turner, what's going on?
What's up,
bud?
Randall? How you doing,
man?
brother?
Good to
Dr.
be
Mike
back.
and Ike.
Glad to have you here.
Oh, I'm glad to be back.
Yes. It feels nice to be back in the studio again. I feel like I'm missing something in my life when we're not here.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, across the table all the way, Robert Bialik. How you doing tonight, Robert?
What's up, brother?
What's up, brother? How you doing?
Brothers here.
Well, we've got a lot of stuff for you tonight. A big night back. A lot of things have happened over the last couple of weeks. A lot of highs and lows.
Good amount.
Absolutely. As always, we want to start this thing off and let everybody know that tonight we are coming to you live from beautiful Varsity Park Studios at Varsity Park Franklin, Roanoke's newest innovative storage and business center. Check them out on Facebook or at varsityparkfranklin.com. Well then,
Yes, sir.
get some thanks out there for these fans that have stuck with us, been patiently waiting for us to be back in the studio.
Yeah.
Thank you to everybody
sure.
out there. Everybody. Hopefully we get a lot of people in here tonight since we had the extra week off. Hopefully we got a lot of people out
We
there.
missed y'all.
Exactly. I'm hoping they've been missing us too, man. Like,
Get
you
some
know.
comments, man. Like, where you guys been?
Absolutely. Other comments than just, my wife asking about the snacks. But yeah, all jokes aside, to all the fans out there, all the subscribers, all the people that are a part of the Sports Bites family, as always, we just want to say thank you so much for all the love and support, for being fans of us and tuning in every week and watching. So thank you guys so much. We greatly appreciate it.
Sir.
With that, I do want to throw the shout out to my wife, Rachel. She just had her surgery last week. Couldn't be here tonight. Next couple weeks, I think she's going to probably take a little time off. So
Toughen up.
I know, right? Like, golly.
I hope you're doing well, Rachel.
Yeah. Quick recovery.
But yes. And it's
Take 2 Acuna dogs and call me in the morning.
It's our medicine.
absolutely. Well then, moving on. Director of snack
Yeah,
content.
let's do it, man.
Let's rock this thing out.
All right, so
Let's see what we got.
we've got Now, you
What's the
were.
line?
Thank you for providing a couple of the snacks.
What's
But
the
I
lineup?
brought my own.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a mixture here.
So we've got a nice mix. We got
Nice.
a couple spicy ones and a sweet one. What do you want to start with?
Well, here's the thing. I don't like
Sandwich.
pretzels, and I don't like Reese's, and I definitely don't like pickles. So I'm not a big fan of any of the three things, which is usually the
Pickle
nights that I'm like, dude, those are amazing.
All right. So we'll just do them right here. No,
Absolutely. Let's see it.
So these are Zapp's pretzel sticks. Now, Zapp's does the voodoo flavor, which we have done on this podcast.
Yes.
And we do like a lot.
Yes.
I didn't even the whole time. I thought those were dots.
Nope.
I didn't
Ah,
even realize
Zapp's.
those were
Zap
Zap. Oh,
Spicy
snap.
Cajun. So
And Dots hasn't made a new flavor in
I
a
don't know
while.
if they're going to be good.
Robert.
I think they are. I'm hopeful.
Back up off my Kool-Aid, yo.
Back up on my cool.
All right. Robert, reach in there and get you a couple.
Get you some.
I can smell the.
I'm getting like an Old Bay
That's
vibe
zesty.
off of these
I do.
already.
Can I
I
just-
smell Old Bay.
Oh,
Can I
yeah,
just say
zesty.
something? Ever since we got back from our trip,
Craving.
I have. I'm like, I've been thinking of things like, man, if I get some of that crab dip from Kroger and put Old Bay
They will
on
put it on anything.
it was pretty good.
It ain't no thing to
Holy
do it like a
smokes.
keep a little shaker on you. Just put in whatever you got. Burgers, fries, drinks.
That sounds like something I'd hear out of Letterkenny. Like, I keep my Old Bay on my side, you know,
yeah.
No,
just
no.
in case I ever need it.
But
Sir Josh, you want to try a couple?
all right, let's dig in.
All right.
Josh's
what
opinion
we got
matters
here.
most. All right, you already set it off?
Definitely a touch of Old Bay in there.
Oh, a little smoky.
Got a little kick to it.
I like the smokiness.
Maybe that's not Old Bay. Maybe that's just heavy Cajun.
Yeah, it's like
I'm getting a lot of butter from
Yeah.
the pretzel. And like when you also eat crabs or seafood, lots of butter.
you
get
definitely
that.
like taste the
There's
Cajun.
definitely
That's
some heat
light,
They're very good.
very
They're
light.
very good. I do
Loaded
like
with
them.
flavor. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah, the apps and dots are really good with.
They
Flavoring.
still don't top those
Oh yeah, those ones y'all were
The
talking
high
about.
honey.
Oh yeah, that sounded so good. I need to get those.
That Josh over there, he hiding them there.
Yeah.
He's like, wait, I'm gonna stash these for the rest of
Go
the
get those
episode.
back, please.
I'm gonna be halfway.
They're
gone.
very good. I like these. All right. Hold on, let me get
Very
another-
good start.
That spicy
These
Cajun.
are Kroger,
You know,
Rogan.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm digging it.
New Orleans style.
I'm digging it.
You always dig it.
All right.
That's where the Old Bay come in. Got that New Orleans style.
Do you want to go back to back spicy, or do you want to kind of cool your tongue off a little bit?
Let's go back to back spicy. While I'm already,
yeah,
while I'm
that's a good
already
idea.
feeling the spicy.
But is
All
it
right, so-
spicy or pickly?
Both.
Both. These are goldfish
Oh my
spicy dill pickle. Now, Josh
This man is a big fan.
Thanks.
Big fan.
All right. These look. These
I don't
look
like
good.
pickles, but I feel like
I like
I'd
spicy,
like
and
those.
I like pickle, and I like goldfish. So
Yeah, I like
I've got,
3 and 3.
I've got high hopes for these.
Man, I guess pickles.
It
Not
just
bad.
depends on what the spice is.
I can eat it on like a Chick-fil-A sandwich. Can't
What do
eat
they
just straight
use to
pickle?
spice it? You know?
Yeah, dude.
I'll
Those,
wait.
these with like some dip, man. That would hit. So
It like a creamy dip, like a cream
Yeah.
cheese dip or something. Just kind of mellow it out just a little bit.
yes.
Definitely pickle.
There's some pickle in that. There is some pickle in that.
And not the orange color you're used to.
No, that
They're
is-
like an oyster cracker.
Well,
There's no cheese in them.
there you go.
I mean, I'm just saying.
there you go.
And Josh.
All right, let's dig in.
Josh,
You ready?
give Josh a
I'm down
little.
to Josh. He's
got it.
waiting for it.
You're not gonna get it back. Watch your hand, Robert.
The shark bite.
All
All right,
right,
let's see what we got.
Here we go.
Fuck, wow. Oh, that's pickle. That's pickle.
Those are
Pickle.
so good.
He said those are so good. I like the pickly.
I didn't like
That's-
them
that-
until that
I'm stopping by Kroger on the way home.
it like
Yep,
hit
see, that's
that
why we
one
do this,
spot on your
guys.
tongue on
Some
the back.
people, when they make a
You
dill
like
pickle,
the dill pickle?
they don't bring bring the
Flavor.
vinegar. They don't bring the brininess. They don't bring the tartness.
Mm-hmm.
Those do not lack.
I'm gonna tell you, yeah, I didn't like them until it was like one spot of taste buds they hit on the way down, and all of a sudden it was like
That's what she said.
Exactly.
yeah,
It is.
Those are
Those are good. I do like those.
those are very.
yeah. Got some good flavor. Two good things. Good flavor.
Those are not bad.
I mean, they have a big deal.
Hey.
That's what I hear.
I'm a big deal.
Like if you're gonna bring bring the flavor, bring the flavor.
They
And
brought the
last-
flavor.
The last two
Yeah.
snacks have done that.
That
Most definitely.
All right.
I
always
fucks
good.
with that.
Yep.
All right. So last
Shit, I fucks with it.
I'm fucking with it too.
So now, last one we got here is Reese's popcorn. Popcorn with a chocolatey drizzle and peanut butter cream.
That sounds pretty good too. Not gonna lie.
I mean, anything that's got a cream, Dr. Mike.
Yeah. Anything that has cream in it, this guy goes, wow.
All right. There you go, sir.
Yeah, that stuff could be dangerous.
All right. Now, I
See
think
what
I've
we got
seen that
here.
they also do Oreos of this.
Oh, man.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that would be.
The Oreos.
Yeah, the Oreos.
They
would
smell
be-
good. I ain't gonna lie. They smell pretty good. It smells like a Reese's
Ooh.
cup, but
Oh, yeah. All right. Y'all ready? Oh, let's get Josh in here.
Josh around the
send it
action.
down to Josh.
I got a little sweat accumulating up here from all our spicy snacks. All right, let's
All right,
go.
here we go.
All right. Let's see it.
I can dig it. Maybe add a little sea salt in there. Get a little bit more sweet and salty vibe. I feel like the Oreo ones might taste a little better. I'm more intrigued by that.
I don't know, bro.
It's like
I'm kind of.
It's like a back and forth, you know.
They're good. They're
It's not like a
They're
flavor.
chocolate covered popcorn with some peanut butter in it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
I mean,
peanut
that's what it said on the bag.
Yeah. There's no false
Has a little hint of
advertising in
Reese
that.
and
Yeah,
then
No false
popcorn.
advertising. That's exactly what it is. If you like Reese's cups and you like popcorn, you might like those. I don't know if those flavors work. I just don't know
Like,
if
that's what I'm saying. I feel like the Oreo one might hit a little bit more.
they're not bad.
you don't know if chocolate and peanut butter work together.
And with popcorn.
Oh,
With
okay. I was like, no, I mean, chocolate and peanut butter definitely
He's
work.
like,
Definitely
"Are
work.
you
I've been doing it for a
right
while.
now?"
I think it doesn't, but it's
No, I think
Oh,
I'm
that's
wondering
my
about
favorite
those
combo.
with popcorn because
Favorite combo.
It's a texture because it takes away from the crunchiness of the popcorn.
Yeah.
So it tastes like the texture is like soggy
I'll
popcorn.
save some.
But
yeah,
nah,
but you get a lot of that from bagged popcorn anyway.
yeah, I know. You're
Yeah.
right. No, hold on. I brought in that warmed popcorn one time. It was very crisp and nice.
which one?
Did I
The,
say every
the one I
single
warmed,
time?
the one I warmed in the bag, or the AMC popcorn that you warmed up in the bag.
You said it was
Oh, yeah.
crispy. That was
Yeah.
the soggiest popcorn I've ever had. It tasted stale.
Robert, you can do this with any popcorn.
You
Yeah.
can.
They're just the first ones to say it.
Oh, yeah. It's. I mean, yeah, not a bad snack.
You could put that popcorn in the microwave.
Oh my god, it'd be a mess.
I'll say, yeah, let it cool off, and then you get one big piece of popcorn.
Yeah,
I mean,
one
is it
big
like
blob.
is it like what movie was it? Saving Silverman when they're eating the nachos? Is that what it was? Jack Black. He's like, you get one nacho, and he pulls it. He's like, dude, he's like, if they're stuck together, that's one
one
nacho.
Oh man, good snacks. Good snacks. We're definitely gonna come back to those this
Good snack.
at the end of this episode. I'm gonna be interested to hear what
I'm
numbers.
going back to those after this episode.
Yeah.
I go to Kroger.
Let's be straight up. How many snacks so far have we had on an episode that somebody went either that night or the next day and bought because they were good? I'll be the first. The carnitas tacos. Next day.
You
They were
did?
there. I had two tins of them in my cabinet. They're good.
I haven't went.
I went and got when I got another bag of the Thai honey curry pretzels. I did.
Those were a good one to. Those were a
were
good one to
good.
get. I thought for
I
sure
just
you
haven't
were-
went down
Yeah.
there to get them. I don't.
Those
I never go
Takis.
downtown, so
I've been hitting those Takis, the Cool Ranch ones.
I didn't get them the next day, but a few
The
weeks
Buck and Ranch.
Yeah, I actually
Dude,
have
Buck
a
and Ranch
bag
with
of
some
them at
cheese
work.
sauce. Oh my god, so good.
So we've had some good snacks on this thing, man. I mean,
We're talking snacks.
I was
Go
about
ahead.
to say those probably hit like the
surprisingly
most.
good. A lot of flavor.
Yeah,
Ton
I
of
haven't eaten
flavor.
dinner, so
Ah,
same. I feel
Had a
you.
big lunch.
That's why I
Stuff.
had a little snack tray over here.
Well, let's move into some sports. Got some good stuff going on.
Go.
Big thing for me right now that is going on. So we passed the halfway point in the Major League Baseball season. We're past it. We've seen so far who the buyers, sellers, winners, losers, everything to halfway. Yeah, there's some teams that are underperforming, some teams that are overperforming. Nobody's really won it or lost it unless you're like the White Sox or the Rockies or something like that. And even
They've lost it.
Yeah.
Don't say an even.
I was gonna say
They just
even
don't have anyone.
even like the A's and they're pretty much
They're out.
Yeah.
I mean, we thought the Astros were dead in the water because they had a terrible start.
Absolutely.
They're above 500 now. They've
Yeah.
been playing a lot better.
Yeah.
No one.
coming.
Did you? I never actually thought.
I
the
never
Astros
thought they'd
were
be
out.
dead, but
No,
they
no,
were
no.
they were behind the 8 ball.
No,
they
they
had a
absolutely
large hill to
were.
climb.
I figured that was coming, and of course they.
They're
turned
just
the
too good to
corner
be
right
that
around
bad.
when we
Yeah.
play 'em.
Oh yeah, they've been doing very good lately.
Well, give me some takes because we're gonna move into some all-star stuff here in a minute. What's some takes you guys got so far in the season? Any big surprises for y'all? Good, bad, ugly up
The
to this
biggest
point?
surprise to me is the Guardians.
Yes.
Yeah.
How well they like. They're usually a pitching team. They don't have the offense usually, and their offense has exploded this year.
Ramirez has been he's having a
Ramirez is-
career year.
Yeah.
About
He is.
He's always been
he is-
good, but
he's always.
every year it seems. to
But
be
this
doing
year it's
crap. He's a switch
Naylor,
hitter.
it's Fry, it's
Yep.
it's everyone on that.
Quan at the top of the
Yeah,
the lineup.
Quan, dude.
He's just a on base machine.
He was
Yeah.
hurt a lot of the year, or a little
But
bit
not
of the
only
year.
on base now, he's adding power.
Yes.
His slugging has increased.
Yep.
Yeah, he's 9 homers. I think matched last year.
So I'm completely wrong in what I said earlier in the season, where the Central winner would have a worse record than.
Yeah, we were kind of dunking on the Central there.
Yeah.
Well,
The Guardians are very good, and the Twins are playing really well right now. Too.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Tigers are just okay, but they've
Hot
got an
on the-
ace pitcher. Scooble
Hot
is
on
They
the
have
Twins.
good pitching.
Yeah.
but
That
their
they don't have
young
enough to take 'em,
players have
but
not.
They have.
Their young players have not been stepping up. They sent Torkelson down.
yeah.
Torkelson's back in the minors, and that is a huge disappointment.
Yeah, for sure.
Wasn't he picked second behind
Yeah.
Adley?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a huge disappointment.
For sure.
That's a
Yeah, for
It'd be
sure.
a shame.
that's
You
a
got, you got Slipperhouse Josh jumping in here and saying the gang's
up?
back. Dr. Mike's dome looking extra smooth today.
Thanks, man. I forgot to wear a hat, so I'm just getting some nice
Got the new
shine.
axe
I'm
on
surprised
there,
you
the
can
shiner.
see with the light reflecting off.
Can't stare at him for too long.
What about you, Don? What do you got so far in the season?
Yeah, I really been focusing on the Twins, like they were saying. Twins and Guardians, that surprised me. I like watching Houston come back from such a slow start. They're rocking and rolling. They got a lot of talent, so I mean it's inevitable. But there's a lot of good teams. I like how balanced everything is. There's not like one super duper elite team. There's 4 or 5, maybe even 6 of them. That could compete for the title this year. And
Yeah.
a lot of teams are getting hot at the right time right now. Just like Boston's Brent's team and
Some are getting cold at the right time.
Yeah,
Right.
The Dodgers are getting
know.
cold. They're ice cold.
yeah, like
they
the
have not-
Braves.
They haven't been playing well at all. They look like they were.
No, the Braves aren't hot or cold.
We're simmering. Yeah, we're simmering. Above the pot.
The
a little bit.
Yankees are as cold as all.
Yes.
Oh,
I
that
love
makes,
it.
That makes me feel good.
Dude,
We
the last
broke 'em.
3 weeks.
We broke them.
I
Just
think
went
I think you did because that was the turning point.
That was
Boston.
that series. They've
Boston's about
been. Or you could just say since Garrett Cole's been back,
Yeah, the curse of Cole.
it's great.
curse.
I love it.
It's part of it. The Dodgers. So the thing about the Dodgers is
Joe's
it's
not
like
hitting a homer every game.
they're still quietly leading their division.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
they're
I'm looking
still
right
Out
at it.
for the Padres.
I mean, yeah, they're still
Telling
almost.
you,
They're
look
7.5
out for
up.
The Padres this
They're
year.
not running away with it. The Padres
Look
are
out for the
lurking there.
Padres this year.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
I said that in the preview.
Well,
If-
I mean, they're
kinda
lurking at 7.5 games back.
Lur- lurking, yeah.
I'm just saying they're getting hot right now. They're all
No,
last 2 years
the
they've
Padres
been
are still-
500. like around the 500 mark or less.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Now
The
they're
Padres
like-
are still good. The
Yeah.
Padres are good.
I think that's a team that could
But-
beat them going forward.
That just shows you that the Dodgers aren't that bad. They're
No.
7.5 games above the Padres still.
Yeah. And
like-
that,
I mean, they're what 19 games
Shohei
above
is
500.
keeping them.
That's
yeah, and a
Shohei's
lot of
keeping them.
hype. Like the Dodgers are a team that's always hyped up. I think honestly, for them to have, this is kind of good for them to lose a lot of that hype. They're really quietly leading that division. You're not hearing a lot. They're not having these crazy big blowout games. They're not doing, but they're doing just enough to maintain the
Yeah.
lead that they need to over San Diego. But there's still half a season left to go.
they're having a really good year. The reason why people are saying that it's disappointing or whatever is because it's the Dodgers, and they just spent a whole lot of money on this team and got a whole the Glasnow and Otani and all like. So people were expecting
Yeah.
even more, but it's like it's baseball. Like you can only be so good.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you can only win so many games. They're not going to win 120. I don't
Yeah.
think any team's winning 120. So winning
Nah.
105 to 110.
Yeah.
That's a great
That's
season.
a great
Absolutely.
season, and they can still get there.
And
So.
they're playing without Mookie and Yamamoto right now.
And Muncy.
And Muncy. Yeah, their team is just stacked from top to bottom, and they're starting to get guys back now, like Blake Trinan in the bullpen. A lot of guys are getting healthy. They got Bobby Miller. He's flirting, coming back around from his injury. He's coming back, starting to do okay. He's pitching today, but yeah, that team is just too overly stacked. I feel like if they had a completely healthy team, it would be just really hard to have a game plan to go up against them. You have
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, Mookie, Otani, Freeman. It's 3 probably 100% Hall of Famers right there, and then you got Teoscar Hernandez, Will Smith, and Muncy if he's healthy on down the lineup. So it's that's gonna be really tough to fuck with down the road.
You
I
got
think
any,
so.
you got any early mid-season Cy Young favorites? Because I think there might be
We
two
already
on. There
know.
might be a couple on the
You
Braves,
already know.
and you got Wheeler and over there.
Sale, man. That was the
is-
deal of the century,
Yeah,
man.
he really
Vaughn
has.
Grissom's a great player, but dude, that dude came back. I know
Yeah.
you hated him most. This guy hates him the most because if you guys had Sale, that would have put you guys probably over the
He's
top
hurt,
this year.
man. He's been hurt the last couple of years.
It's not just
Last year, though, he
it's-
did good.
It's not a matter of if you would have kept him, you guys would be
Nah,
pitching better
It's
because
not necessarily.
there was a big article I was reading and it talked about not just the Braves, but the Braves were a big one that they talked about. But they were like, some players naturally play better for some teams. It's just a thing. Location has a lot to do with it. Just the environment around them. A lot of things are different. It's not to say Boston's got a bad environment. It's just Sale seems to be more productive.
It's a hard park to pitch
but
in,
I don't
with,
think
in,
that's
in a
right.
very good division.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
exactly. That's
Sale would have been just the problem in Boston was injuries. He was always injured. If he was healthy with Boston,
What-
he would have been just fine. If he was healthy like he is
He had
for
a,
Atlanta
his first
this
couple
year,
years, he was very
with
good.
Boston,
Oh, absolutely,
I
yeah.
think he would be
For
having
6 years.
just as good of a year. I think Boston would probably be switched at least with the Yankees.
I don't think he'd be having as good, but again, I don't think that's because of his production. I think it would be because of the division. Like y'all were just saying, I think that would have a lot more to do with it.
True.
Higher
Yeah,
ERA
AL 's a
because
little
he's going to
bit
be going up
stronger.
against.
But I think
yeah.
Wheeler and Ranger Suarez, Ronaldo Lopez, they're all candidates.
Yeah, absolutely.
I wish they had called up Skeens at the beginning of the year
Well,
because the man already made the All-Star team. He almost started for the All-Star team. It wasn't for Sale.
The AL, I guess you're probably going to put Burns, Skubal, Crochet, even though Skubal and Crochet pitch for awful teams. They're
No, they've been fantastic
They've
all
He's
year.
got to get out of Chicago.
What about
we're trying, man.
yeah. Oh, I know.
We're trying. I really believe we're trying, but we're gonna have to give up so much for him. Kobe Mayo will be gone if we.
I
get
know,
him.
all those young players,
Heston
man.
may be gone if for Crochet. with the
all
years
those
of
young
service, I
players,
mean,
man.
yeah,
you don't want to give
yeah.
those away.
Oof.
But now I'm hearing rumors of Scherzer
To
That-
Baltimore?
that we may go after Scherzer, which I don't hate
He's been doing
but
pretty
I
good.
don't love.
Yeah.
I don't love it.
That's yeah.
It depends
you
what you
don't-
got to give up.
I don't
love
hate it.
that.
Like I like it. I don't feel like
The deal
we'd
would
have to
have
give
to
up
be-
near as much.
Is it a rental? Or would you
I'm
have another
sure.
year?
I'm
Would you have
sure
another
it's a
year?
rental. I'm sure it's a
Yeah.
rental.
You wouldn't have another year of control after this?
I
year?
don't think so. Which is why I don't think it would be
A terrible.
a terrible move. And I heard something else that I don't want. That like talking about going after Flaherty again because he's having a really good year. I don't care. I don't want it. Don't. We tried that.
Yeah.
Didn't work. Don't do that.
Well,
Michael Scott. No! God, please. No! He's back. Toby's back. Clarity's back. No.
But no, I mean, we have to get a pitcher.
so
I am to the point now we don't need to get a closer.
Yeah, Kimbrel's been doing very
got
good.
robbed of an all-star. Like that's the only one I'm going to actually complain about getting robbed. Like I think we have other players that deserve to get in. The fact that we only have 3 all-stars I think is crazy. There are other players I think deserve to get in, but the only one I'm truly upset about is Kimbrel not getting in over Clay Holmes. Clay Holmes sucks.
He started the year good, and then he walked.
started okay. He hasn't been good for a month and a half. He sucks.
Yeah,
Is that the Nick Cage
That
look
would-
like?
Kimbrel only
No.
had like one little wishy-washy
He had
time,
3
and then-
games that he struggled. There were
he got
2
hurt.
against the A's, and then he had one against the Yankees, and then we took him out of the road out for a few games and put him in the 7th inning for a couple of games, and then worked him back into the 9th. And he has the 2nd most saves in the league. He's
Yep.
been it's so good.
He's been dominant lately.
The
like,
fact that he didn't get in the All-Star game and I've been so critical of Kimbrel. You know, like
Yeah.
every
Oh,
time
yeah.
I'm like, here we
Yo,
go.
yeah, I know.
we know how
Like,
good
he's been
Kimbrel
great.
is, bro.
He's
We know
been
how good
great.
Kimbrel is. Dude,
But-
y'all got Adley,
He's got-
Westberg, and
2
Henderson
pitches.
though.
yeah.
Westberg made it.
No, he
I mean,
didn't.
I just saw it.
Well,
They're
then
old,
that's
they're
because he got in because somebody isn't playing. He did not get in originally.
He's not like starting, but I think he's.
No, he didn't get the original when the reserves came out and the final these are the all-stars. We had 3 all-stars: Corbin Burns, Gunnar, and Adley. That was it. Westberg didn't get in. Santander didn't get in. O'Hearn didn't get in. Now Santander, I have a feeling, will end up playing because Kyle Tucker isn't going to play.
Yeah.
Which Kyle Tucker. I guess he had a good start. He hadn't played in a month and a half.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He doesn't. deserve
Santander
to.
deserved it.
yeah, 100%.
I think I just saw.
And I'm being biased. There are other players too that deserved it. I'm naming Orioles, but
I think I just saw
and
Westbrook
Westberg,
did make it though.
it depends on whether or not what the rules are of where he can play because he splits
Multi-positions.
2nd and 3rd.
Yeah.
If he's eligible for second base, him not getting in over Simeon is ridiculous. Simeon hadn't had that great.
I'm telling you, I just got a notification. I don't know if he's starting or he's
What I'm
on the
telling
team,
you, that
but-
means that there's somebody that did get on the All-Star
That
team
couldn't play.
that isn't going
Yeah.
to play.
Right.
So then he's the next person. He's the next in line.
Yeah,
He didn't originally so he will be an All-Star, but he didn't get the final on Sunday when they announced the final one.
Yeah.
The only one that got announced
It's not
was
a
Corbin.
popularity contest.
Well,
We
the
talked about
starters is a popularity contest with fans. It's all fans. The reserves are picked by coaches, players, and the front offices.
Yep.
And Clay Holmes was a commissioner's pick. I don't know what.
When did that happen?
That's what the commissioner apparently gets like a pick or something. He
That's
picked
crazy.
Clay Holmes.
Because he's a Yankee.
He obviously doesn't
You have
watch
to go sketch
baseball.
the guy to get in?
Because he's a Yankee.
Like, yeah. So
He doesn't
as
watch.
the commissioner's pick, I'm picking Shy Smith in the All-Star game.
You took a deep punt there.
But yeah, so let's run through the rosters real quick while we're on the All-Stars. Obviously two awesome teams. You got your American League team as of right now. Adley starting catcher, Vlad at first, Jose Altuve at 2, Jose Ramirez at 3. Gunnar Henderson starting at short. Aaron Judge in the outfield. Stephen Kwan in the outfield. And Juan Soto in the outfield with Yordan Alvarez DHing.
Pretty stealthy.
That's a solid lineup.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
I mean, they're all AL East teams, but
Rafael Devers is not going to the All-Star game. Jordan Westberg is taking his place at third base.
okay.
But even Devers, he has not had a better year than Westberg.
Devers has had
Devers had a great.
Devers has had a good year.
You say he's been hot in the last month.
Devers
Overall, all consistency. Westberg.
I don't
start to
totally
finish.
disagree with you.
Start to
I
finish,
love
Westberg has
Jordan
been better.
Westbrook was he didn't deserve to be the starter. He was never going to be the starter.
No.
Jose Ramirez was getting there.
Yeah, but I think
don't
he deserves.
disagree with you, but I wasn't going to fight Rafael Devers getting
Nah.
it. He's had a great year.
Yeah.
I just
My
feel like
argument was if
consistency,
he's
though,
eligible for second base, he should be in over
Yeah.
Simeon.
Yeah.
True.
I mean, got
Simeon's
over
been
half a
doing pretty
team
good.
of AL East players. So I
Yeah,
mean,
right.
That's pretty.
Pretty much.
Y'all have the solid division for sure.
I like the NL because it's more split. It's like,
I'm wondering if there's going
I
to
mean,
be
not
more.
really.
not really.
wow, it's 3 teams: San Diego, Milwaukee, and Philly.
Yeah.
I wonder who is going
Arizona
to
and-
take
and
Kyle
LA
Tucker's
thrown in
place. They haven't announced who's getting Kyle Tucker's place, right? Who's getting
So
Mookie
right
Betts'
now-
place?
Right now, I've got.
Lindor should.
Da, 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 da.
That's a guy I don't understand how he keeps getting snubbed from the All-Star game.
Francisco Lindor.
Yeah, he keeps getting snubbed, and Pete Alonso somehow keeps getting in.
Well, like I've got the National League lineup here. As of right now, it's looking like Contreras starting at catcher.
Yep.
Harper at 1.
Yep.
Ketel Marte at 2nd.
Yep.
Alec Boehm at 3rd.
Yep.
Trey Turner at short.
Yep.
Jerkson Profar, Fernando Tatis,
Like Jerkson.
and Kristen Yelich.
Tatis is hurt too.
Yelich, with Shohei DHing.
Tatis is hurt too, I think. So they're gonna
Yeah,
have to
Tatis
replace
is
him.
hurt.
Is he?
Yeah, he is.
This was supposed. Maybe they haven't announced it yet.
Yeah,
so
they haven't
this was-
replaced all the injured players.
Yeah,
they
this
haven't
was
replaced everybody.
in
We
the
don't
last-
know the complete final.
Yeah.
roster,
Right.
But these were what was this was the
30
vote-
minutes ago,
This was
that
what
was
was
the most
voted on.
current. Yeah,
that
yeah.
was the voted on starters.
So yeah, I mean, 2 very exciting lineups right there. We'll see what actually shakes out over the next few days.
What do you think of the conversation? Who should start for the NL?
Chris Sale.
I really, and it's biased, but there's a lot of good pitchers. I like
He's
Chris
been the
Sale.
best overall record, ERA, WHIP, strikeouts, walk
you
ratio.
can go that route. You can go that route. Who's been the best? Maybe MLB wants to get some eyes on some things.
No, I thought Skeens was going to be the
So,
starter, honestly.
How about
I did.
having Skeens
I really did think he was
start
gonna
the
be
game facing Gunnar Henderson, Juan Soto, and Yordan Alvarez to start get him against the best players
Not
in
a part
the
of the
AL.
packs.
He's the name that is going to
There's one nacho.
he's going to attract people. He's going to draw people into the game. What are you doing, Brent? You're distracting everything.
Yeah, dude.
I pulled out a bonus snack. Carne asada beef
Freaking
jerky.
goldfish.
We should have done this. We should have done this.
But Skeens is going to bring people
Yeah,
in
give me
to
a
watch
bro,
to face those top players. So if you want eyes on
God.
this game and you want to bring people in, maybe Skeens is the way to go. But I
like
get
that. I did like that.
if you want the best pitcher, maybe it's Ranger, maybe it's Sale, Lopez.
and again, I'll be just like you were saying earlier. Like my pick for Sale
Dude, holy crap.
is not just because of his production. It's because I'm a biased Braves fan. I mean, we're all biased in our own way for our teams.
like I said, if
part of being a
Skeens
fan.
Right,
opens
I-
the year,
none of them are
he's
gonna pick
definitely
more than
the
2
starter.
innings.
I think Corbin Burns
Exactly.
should start.
I mean,
It's more of a showcase, right? So if you want to,
That's why
Who's starting for the AL?
they haven't announced.
yeah.
I think Burns could start easily.
I think Skeens might be better in those middle innings
Scooble could start too.
because it's always a
you got to
close game.
think the starters are only pitching an inning usually in the All-Star game. Maybe.
Yeah, and maybe
a
an
little bit
inning or
more.
two. I think Skeens might be better in that 5th, 6th, where it's like, okay.
I think the best
Again,
option
it's
for
a-
the AL to get eyes on and best pitcher Crochet. I think I would
He's
probably
dominant.
go to Skeens because that would be electric to see him with the starters against the starters.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be dope. See
Well-
if he can truly mow down everyone.
it'll be really interesting to see
I'd bet he
how it all
strikes
shakes
Gunner
out.
out.
The 102.
Worth a $5.
Yeah, what? First at bat strikeout?
First at bat strikeout.
The All-Star game? Do it.
If it's Skeens, I'll do it. I'll bet
I think
that
they
Gunnar
announced-
Henderson will strike out because I have this is just me assuming he's going to be the leadoff batter.
I think they announced
Well, then-
it sale,
okay,
but
so-
he's going to be second, I think.
Well, so
they announced who?
I think they announced it sale, right? For the starter?
They haven't
haven't
announced
seen
the
that.
starters. They haven't announced any.
I'll tell you what.
I thought they
I'll tell
did.
you what. $5 if Skeen starts, Henderson number 1.
Oh, I was going to put it in a book, but yeah, sure.
I was going to put it in a book.
That might be. No, it wouldn't be plus money. It would be pretty even, probably.
I would think it'd be pretty even. I'm not saying he's smashing a homer off of him, but I think he gets on base.
Oh, Skeens, Gunner.
You
Gunner
got
gets on base.
everything but strikeout.
Yeah.
I've just got strike. He doesn't even have to get on base.
Oh no, that's what I'm saying. He's got to get on base. He's got to get a hit. No walk or nothing. For me to win, he's still got to get a hit.
And for me to win,
Barnett,
he's
stop.
got to strike out.
Yeah.
All right.
Crazy.
So
Rather
to
than
push
Chipotle?
anything else.
Yeah. Yeah.
Barnett
That'd be an
starter?
interesting one. It'd be
Sure.
nice to see.
So good.
So moving on from All-Star, let's talk about this home run derby roster so far.
I love watching the dirt.
So I will say,
A lot better
That-
than a dunk contest.
Yeah, for
the,
sure.
For sure.
I will say I did bust out the Ohtani jersey. I will say, because we talked a little bit about it. No love lost for, or no hard feelings to Ohtani. I wanted Marcel as the DH in the All-Star game. Statistically, he was doing awesome. Taking nothing away from Ohtani. Ohtani's had a friggin' phenomenal season hitting. But I had to order and bust out the Ohtani jersey just to show, like, hey man, I like Ohtani too. I would have liked to have seen Marcel, but I'm happy to see Marcel in the
Home run derby.
home run derby.
It's fun having a player in the home run derby. It was so fun. It was so fun watching Adley last year.
Well, see, I disagree, because last year when Ronald was in the home run derby, he did terrible. It was one of the worst showings I've seen him have.
I don't care about that either. I don't care if they like.
He's not a home run
I don't
derby guy.
care if they.
Exactly.
I don't care how good they or bad they do. It's just fun, like seeing them.
Yeah.
Now
You guys just aren't
it
derby
was
atmosphere is
electric.
cool.
It was
Yeah.
way more electric for me because Adley hits a bunch of home runs. Lefty, and then's like, you know what? He calls the
Switch.
timeout. He's like, the last minute or so, I'm just gonna go to the right, and then starts cranking home runs from that. And so it was electric. It was like he had the
I
moment.
think Gunner's doing it this year, right?
He is doing it.
Yeah.
Well, and that's kind of like you're talking about Acuna. That's kind of what they were saying about Bobby Witt. Is they were like,
I'm excited
they're not
to see
expecting
Witt,
to
man.
see Bobby Witt win, but they were like, if the home run derby was a matter of all your skills put together, Bobby Witt would probably have a great shot at winning the whole thing. Being just a home run derby, they were like, we're not expecting him to win, but it's cool to see him in it.
That guy's been so good this year.
Jose
Good God.
Ramirez, he's one you got to watch out for in a home run derby, though. I feel like he's
Absolutely, he hits a lot of home runs. He's in it.
yeah. Jose Ramirez is in it.
Is Vlad?
Confirmed
Yes.
so far.
Vlad's in it?
Confirmed so far is Jose Ramirez, Gunnar Henderson, Pete Alonso, Alec Boehm, Bobby Witt, and Marcelo Ozuna. They're the only
I think
confirmed
Vlad
so
was
far.
in, Probably. Vlad loves those things.
I thought he. Guess not.
Who?
I thought
Vlad
heard
was in
too,
it.
but yeah, maybe not.
He might.
About
I mean,
Vlad,
Yeah.
Vlad made the All-Star roster so far, but
Oh,
he,
I know that.
but he, as far as I'm seeing,
I
he
think
has
he'll-
not hit, or he has not gotten in.
He loves those things.
Do they still have the rule where every team gets one All
Yes,
Star?
and I think that's what kept a couple Orioles out.
Let's see.
I didn't think they had the rule though. I didn't think it was
Every team gets
Gets
a
it.
representative in the All-Star game.
Oh, really?
Yeah, on MLB,
That's fair, but some teams.
that's the only 6 according to
He's
MLB.com
got to
that
be the
have
only
made
one
it so
for
far.
Toronto.
I think there's a total of 8, right?
In the home run derby, yeah, there will be 2 more, I believe. But yeah, Alec
gonna be in
Alec
Rocky.
Boehm, he made the home run derby. He's got 11 homers on the season.
Charlie Blackburn.
Yeah, he's not
Tovar.
really a home run hitter.
Bobby Witt 15, and Jose Ramirez has 23, so I was wrong. There is 3 players that have over 20.
Yeah,
Marcell
Jose
Ozuna
Ramirez.
has 23
He's gotten
as well.
cold as home runs go, but he was lighting it up there for a little bit.
Pete Alonso has 18 so far.
It's just a switch
and
hitter. It's
Gunnar,
hard to get him out.
that's my thing about Gunnar. What you're talking about his swing and everything. But Gunnar's got 27 homers on the season. He's a guy he's got a great shot at this thing.
No, he's who you want. You want a guy like the MLB wanted. They needed to get somebody like him in there. I just don't think that. I don't think he translates to a home run derby.
No?
Very well. No,
Young guy, plenty of stamina. I think he's got a great
I don't
shot at
think
it.
he's gonna run out of gas. It's just
That's what I worry about with Ozuna. It's not.
it's
That's
trying
his
too
big
hard.
thing. Yeah. Well, and eventually
And
you get
that's just
tired,
him.
and that's part of it. You
Go-
get tired. You start trying too hard, and
No, Gunner's gonna do that the entire from the first swing.
think
That's Gunner.
Josh.
He only has one mode, and it's just go go go. It's like it's over. It's over. I mean, the game last year where he needed a single for a cycle, and he hits one right down the line, first base, and he legs out like he could have easily. He had to run it out for a double, and like he looks to the dugout, and the whole team's like, "What are you doing?" Like he's like. It's another base.
I like that. That's a team player move,
Right.
though. I love that.
He said
that
he
happened-
was like, I got a long career. Maybe I'll get a cycle at some point. And he
But
was
yeah,
like,
I like. Yeah, he played the team card. Like a double is more valuable to the team. The single is the most valuable to me because I'm hitting the cycle.
Well, see, that's the thing.
double's the most valuable to
it
the team.
didn't really matter to the team either because there was a blowout. The game was over at that point.
Well,
But
I
I
still
still
like
like
the
that.
move.
So he overswings. He strikes. That's why he strikes out a lot. Like he gets his power. Like he swings hard.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see, Slipper House Josh over here. Y'all see the lemonade chug competition at the Nathan's hot dog eating contest?
I did.
I did not.
Yeah, that was
I did
awesome.
not.
I did not.
It might
I
be
didn't
part of
know.
what
That was
moved
pretty
me.
awesome.
Oh yeah.
I
Might be
didn't.
part
I
of
didn't
what
have
moves
the urge to watch the hot dog eating
Yeah, me
contest.
either.
It might be
Joey
part of what.
Chestnut.
It might be part of what moves me. Let's just leave it at that.
I
But
got
It
you.
might be part
I
of
got
what
you.
moves me.
But I did. But I did see the lemonade chug.
I like. The
I think the guy's like Powerhouse or Roadhouse, or he's got some. This is giant dude.
Slipperhouse.
No, not Slipper
I'm
House.
just kidding.
But he chugged a gallon of lemonade in like 20 seconds. I think our boy over there, what was his
Not
name?
bad.
Deutsch.
Deutsch. He could
Give him a run for his money.
for his money.
Sign
Well,
him up.
I will say for the home run derby, I'd love to see Gunner and Marcell at
me.
the end of it. I'd love to see the two of them go at it in a final. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be
depending on who
cool.
the last two. I mean,
I would love
obviously-
to see him
I
go,
love Marcel
go
Point.
far. I'm going to be rooting like hell for him, too.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I think no matter what, looking at the roster
a lot
so
more
far,
fun to watch.
and just knowing the atmosphere of these two events,
it's always fun.
I think it's going to be a great time.
And that'll be like a week from now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, next Tuesday, I believe, is the
Oh,
All-Star.
Tuesday.
it'll probably be on next week when we're recording.
Probably.
It's like,
Is Tuesday the All-Star game?
Yeah, Tuesday
Monday
is
is
the
the home run
All-Star,
derby.
yeah. Yep.
yeah, that's truly why I like baseball more than any sport. Just like I feel like they put a lot more into the detailed stuff, like
Yeah.
All-Star game, the home run derby, stuff like that. Like they make it fun and they make it watchable for
Oh, yeah.
everyone. You know, like
Well, the NBA, they all do good with their All-Star game. They put a lot into it. Like, it's the skills competition. No one really cares to watch.
I just
a bunch
feel
of
like
people
they
dribble a
could've
ball
done
around. The
better,
dunk
you know?
competition has the chance,
Mm-hmm.
but
it's just
no one, the big stars that everyone wants to see in
never
it,
compete.
never do it. So no one cares.
Yep.
The home run derby. If the big stars weren't doing the home run
Right,
derby,
right.
no one would care.
Yeah.
Right.
But the big stars and the home run hitters do it.
Yep. Absolutely.
Makes
like it.
fun to watch.
I like
Well-
it. I like it.
I do want to touch on a couple other things in the MLB before we move on. Just touch on a couple division leaders. So obviously, Orioles right now leading the AL completely. They're looking good. I think you guys are 3 games up on everybody in the
3
American
games
League.
up. Well, not Cleveland. Cleveland's right there. I think they might be a half game ahead
Dude,
of us or
last
something.
month, Cleveland, I don't know if
In
they've
the
lost
AL, they
many
might
games.
be one in the AL. They're right
Sure.
there with us. We might be a game up or something, but we're right there. They're right there with us as far as all the AL. But we've got a 3-game lead on the Yankees.
Cleveland's been on a hell of a
Yep.
hot streak.
Get 3-game
They've
lead.
been on it. And them and Minnesota.
I know.
have been on a
You guys
crazy
are
hot
1 game
streak.
up.
Yep, y'all are. Actually, I think
1
y'all
game
are
up in-
half a game up on
Cleveland.
Yeah.
You see the Minnesota.
They beat us already in this. They beat
Yeah.
us 2-1 in the series. We struggled this. It was right after the Houston series. We got swept against Houston and then lost the first 2 against Cleveland. And that was the first 5-game losing streak that we've had since Adley Rutschman has been on our team.
Damn.
And we lost 5 in a row and then won 4 in a row.
Well, got
Hey,
you guys
bounce
leading
back.
the AL. We talked about it before the pod. As of right now, trying to hit on everybody's team a little bit. Boston, as it sits, would be the first out from the AL wild card, but it's such a close race.
They're red hot right
oh,
now.
yeah,
though.
and
We've
that's-
been
that's
playing
the
really
thing.
well this
Yeah.
month,
The
and
heat
we've got
of
a
Boston.
series against the A's right now. We should
Yeah,
win
that's
that
the-
series,
that's
and
the
then we got a
comeback
series against
series.
the
I
Royals
hope
after
so.
that before the All-Star break.
Royals have been doing pretty
It's
good.
It's
They've been
a
here
6-game
and there.
homestand. You'd love to see us win all
Need
6.
better
Obviously,
pitching.
that probably won't happen. But
We can help you guys out too.
Win both.
Yeah.
Win both series.
We played the Yankees.
And be over 50 wins before the over 50, 52 wins before the All-Star break.
Exactly.
I mean,
y'all have had a good year.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's always good to go into the All-Star break hot.
yeah,
And-
Ride that moment.
The young, I said at the beginning of the year, the young guys had to show up. We've got
I knew Endeavors
if
showed up.
Devers can lead the way,
Duran,
Duran at the top of the lineup.
All those
He's an on-base machine.
speedsters,
He's fast.
Yeah.
We've got these young guys coming up, and we got the guy who hit the homer on Friday night, to in the top of the 10th. I'm forgetting his name.
Raffaella
But,
or-
yeah, Raffaella. He's at the bottom of the lineup. But he's
That's
he's got
dangerous
11.
to have a guy like
he's
that
got
down
11
there.
home runs. He's got some pop
Yeah.
in the back. So we've got the guys, and the pitching has really been what has carried us.
Y'all got Jansen from us.
Jansen,
I was
man,
about to-
18,
one
18
thing-
of 19 in
Yeah,
six
Jansen. We
opportunities.
gave you guys Jansen.
Jansen's been good, has been good. Tanner Hawk is
places,
an all-star.
You know what sucks about
Dakota
Jansen,
Crawford
though?
picked his ass off the other
Tanner
night.
House,
Sucks
man.
about Jansen, and he does it for you guys too, just the same as he did for the Braves. He is super productive when it comes to getting the saves, but fuck, he'll make a damn fan sweat their
Yeah,
ass off
sweat,
before
man.
he gets that save. I'm like,
He's
Jansen
not
will
doing it
come
as
up,
much in Boston, but
man. I
man,
tell
that
you
dude.
right now,
Justin's pitching windup stresses me out.
Dude,
the way,
yeah.
the way he,
I
like,
hate going against him in MLB The Show. It's so ass.
he's just so janky. Like he like holds the ball like.
Yeah,
God.
that's.
But it works.
yeah. So,
Said I
well,
don't know how much about baseball.
you got the Dodgers, and we were saying earlier, Dodgers, they're still quietly running the NL West. They're still going to, no matter what, they're going to be a hard team to compete with. And as they get players back, they are going to be even tougher.
That's funny.
One I do want to,
nothing in the first.
Let's go. Cubs up.
Michael Busch home run.
nice. I like it. In the NL, you've got Philadelphia still leading the NL.
At a plus 109 run differential too. I mean they've got their lineup is good. Their pitching is coming along.
They are,
We
but
thought it might be a little fool's gold because they had such a hot start to the season.
they have shown over these last couple weeks, they have shown some weaknesses.
They cooled off a little bit, but they're still.
Well, everyone's
Very
got weaknesses, but they
Yeah.
are.
Well, and that was
They're
my
stacked.
thing is, for as many
They
people,
are stacked.
as many people that
I
said,
already know.
which I loved the fact that we played the Phillies in the first series of the season and we won. The Phillies got hot. They ran through. And what I'm hoping for is kind of exactly what happened with Baltimore and New York. I'm hoping that this last series with the Phillies kind of breaks them up a little bit.
They got
Because
to play the
Braves-
Dodgers.
The Braves won
Coming
that
to town.
series. And that was my kind of question that I kept asking myself was, did the Braves during that series, did we prove that we are super legit still? or did we just prove that the Phillies aren't as legit as everybody thinks they are?
I mean, dude, you got to look at the last 3 years.
I think they're pretty legit.
Like it didn't.
Think so?
It didn't matter if you had 110 wins going into the playoffs. It just doesn't. You have to be hot. You have to have momentum, carrying yourself.
I
to
think the fact
survive in the playoffs.
what Philly has been able to do in October, like proves like
Yeah.
they're a good team.
And yeah, they've kicked our ass the last 2 years.
they
They've
are
killed us the last 2
They're a
years,
good
man.
team that is
Yes.
to be reckoned with.
They
when it
are
comes
real,
to
man.
October.
They're real. They have some guys that they have the experience. They got Trey Turner, a bunch of like those guys that have been there before. Harper, all these pitchers, Suarez and Wheeler. When they get in the playoffs, I mean, it seems like they can't lose, especially when they play us. I mean, the last 2 years they're 5-6-0 against us, so like sub 2 ERA. It's like, man, you can't do anything against them, and they just have guys that know how to compete when it comes to clutch time, and we haven't had that. We've had a bunch of good regular seasons, but we haven't put it all
They won
together.
a World Series.
As of right now,
4 years ago, right?
Haven't done it.
as it sits now,
4
the
years
Braves,
ago. I'm
if
just
the
saying the last
season ended
3
right
years.
now, the Braves would get the first wild card
Philly
spot.
smashed us.
And they're 7.5 games out of division lead. Just kind of like I said, not really a question, but it was kind of an interesting thing I kept asking myself. dude.
No, you.
But
I get why you're asking yourself that
It's almost
because
empty.
I figured.
you want them to not
Oh,
be
absolutely.
good. I totally
Absolutely.
get that, but no, they're. I think
You got to respect
legit.
them. You got to
Yeah, they're
respect
pretty
them at that
legit.
point, and you got to know that it's going to take a lot to beat them if we face them again in the playoffs. So that's what we got to earn it, man.
I mean, if we go
We're
in,
not
as a-
doing bad
If
right
we
now.
go in as a wild card, we're already starting the playoffs off in a different light than we have the last 2 years when we've gotten knocked out
Look in the
early.
year when we won the World Series. Where'd we start?
Exactly.
Wild card.
So, we'll see.
saying.
We'll see how it goes. A
freaking
lot of
break.
baseball left. Bottom line, a lot of baseball left in the season.
Yeah,
So much baseball.
Yeah, I love it.
I love it. It's my
Uh,
favorite sport.
All-Star Week is going to be enjoyable. It definitely is. Moving on, got a couple little things. Unless you guys got any other baseball stuff you want to throw
Nah,
out
man.
I think we're good.
I
That's a
think
good
we've hit on
hype.
just about everything that we've got.
It's good hype.
Absolutely. I want to move on to the NBA. I had a couple things that I'd seen, and one of them that was one of the big things around the news.
My boy.
With
I'm just kidding. Probably not that.
with some of the, I want to start off. Surprisingly, I'm not going to start with what you think I'm going to, Donnie. I want to talk about Klay Thompson.
I love that too.
Klay Thompson to the Mavs.
You know how heartbroken Curry was, man, on the interviews and stuff. Like I never thought this dude would leave, because that was like a
Well, then
a
they don't
player
know
that
the
you thought was
business.
gonna stick
It's
the
a
whole
business,
way.
man. Yeah,
Yeah.
Robert's right. It's a business.
No, it is, and you know why he left. There was already reports that Pojakowski or whatever, the rookie they called up last year, did really good, was gonna start ahead of Clay. So they're gonna be pulling Clay off the bench most of the year, and he's like, "No, fuck that. Like, I'm starting for a team."
Yeah, but he's got no room to talk.
Sorry.
They were in an elimination game. He went over 10.
Yeah.
Like he
One
didn't have-
game. How many games
No,
did
but he
they
didn't
won
have a
in
great
the
year. He, like,
championship?
Yeah,
man?
I get it.
But it was
gotta
it
think.
mattered. I mean,
I know, but come on.
It's not
Come on.
You
I
won
know it
for
doesn't
me.
come
It's
down to
what
one
have you
game.
done for me lately?
Yeah.
Lately, you haven't done
Done-
anything
yeah.
for me, so we're moving on.
I get that.
I
And this
think-
past year was a struggle for him, for sure.
I think the change of atmosphere. I love the move. I think the change of atmosphere could be good for him. I think it could also be devastating.
I think he's gonna.
I think he's got a lot
tear
of
it up,
talent around
honestly.
him, and that
I think he's gonna
I think
tear it up.
tear it up is crazy thing to say.
Kyrie and
I
Luka?
think he might be solid.
But he
can be.
he-
He,
he's
is
very good
beyond
at-
tearing it up. His injuries, his age. He's beyond tearing it up. He can be solid
I'm just saying three
for the
wise.
team.
He's gonna be
He's
hitting a lot
not
of
tearing
threes.
it up.
and his game is he's a spot up 3 guy. And that's what he does. And if he's hot,
And that can be very helpful.
and if he can
Yeah,
put
you're
up
right.
a solid 20 points for you in a game, you might win that game.
Here and there.
But if he's ice cold,
But the thing is, you're talking about
if he
he's a
takes 8
spot up
shots a
3
game
guy.
and only makes 2,
That was the one thing I did. I will say, you're saying spot up 3 guy. Pretty sure Dallas has a pretty good guy who drains threes pretty well with Luka.
well, he does a whole lot more.
He does, but how does that, when you bring a player in like that big personality and stuff, him wanting the ball more,
Gotta
him taking a
remember
lot more
Clay
shots.
had a big injury too. Big injury. He came back that 1 year from his injury. They won the title, but you don't think the injury it's probably gotten better? Like, maybe whatever happened to him has gotten worse, or fatiguing him.
Maybe that's the
affecting his play.
softest jerky I've ever had. It's
Right.
delicious.
Yeah,
It's a local spot.
that
Really?
is crazy.
It's a local franchise down
Let
at the lake.
Josh try it, dude.
I know over at Bridgewater.
Yep.
Son of a gun. I'm going there next time I ride
Beef
the bike.
jerky experience.
Yep.
Dude, yeah, I need
Yeah,
to
Josh,
go there.
You need that in your life.
Yeah, when you try
Carne
that,
asada.
you're gonna be like, whoa.
Even just the texture is like, wait, what?
Yeah, you look at it, it's
Oh,
like
dude, it's
literally like
delicious.
steak.
Yeah, it's absolutely delicious.
Yeah, dude, I'm like, whoa.
Well, just one. Want to talk about
Jerky hardos might say it's not dry enough.
Dude,
I
I
like-
think that's
I don't
like
mind it. Yeah, I
that's
don't
like a
mind the soft
perfect
jerky.
consistency
I don't
right
either.
there.
I'm
Yeah.
saying jerky hardos.
Oh,
They
jerky
like the
hard
hard
It
does.
ain't jerky. Gotta break your teeth for it to be jerky.
Right?
I don't like that.
I don't either.
I don't like.
Best by 5/28/25. It's plenty jerky.
Yeah, yeah.
If you have a meat that can last over a year, it's good jerky.
Ayo.
Oh, it is.
Hey.
Yeah, back to Clay,
let's-
right?
Well, that was really my thing, was just with Clay. I think we hit on a lot about it as far as, age, injury. If I like what Robert said, it is about what have you done for me.
We've got
Yeah.
all of NBA.
And he's definitely
free
past
agency.
his prime.
Have you
Yeah.
done for me lately?
He's definitely past his prime, but I can see next year being like a revenge year. Okay, you want to get rid of me? I'm gonna practice in the off season,
Paul
get
Abdul.
way healthier than I was, and
Got it.
freaking start for the Mavs next year. See what happens.
Good.
I mean,
Good.
it does make a very potent offensive team.
Yes,
Yeah.
Very potent.
And you got 2 point guards that can swing that guy the ball at any point in the game, and be wide open because they're having so much coverage on them. So you got to think how wide open Clay's going to be on a bunch of
If he's
plays.
hot, he will take over a game
Yes.
for sure. But
He has
you
the
just
most
do-
threes in a
maybe
game
maybe
ever.
a change of scenery will be good for him. And you got Paul George going to Philly.
Yeah. That was.
Was the
I
other-
like
People say
that.
that way too much, I think.
I mean,
Maybe a change of scenery will do him, but like every time somebody sucks,
Yeah,
out
I
in
hear
their
that.
career, they're like, maybe a change of scenery.
but
will
you've
do
seen it happen though.
But it does sometimes work. It doesn't always
like,
work.
okay.
It doesn't always work.
in all
but-
honesty,
It doesn't happen enough for everyone to say it after every time somebody leaves.
Andy Reid needed
Yeah,
a
that's
change of scenery, and he ended up going and coaching one of the greatest in the history of.
God, he did not need to change the scenery. He just.
I wasn't.
I mean,
listening.
some would say that
listening.
What was
change
it?
of
No,
scenery
say it
worked
again.
for him.
He was
What'd you
listening.
say?
Did you really not hear me?
No.
Oh, I said. Well,
I just can't wait for
Andy
game
Reid
one
said
this
he
year.
needed a
That's what I'm
change in
waiting for.
Scenery, and he ended up going on to coach one of the
We need
greatest
to-
football teams in history.
We need to have a big.
Honestly, though, being a really good coach for the Philadelphia fans and having to deal with that, I could see him needing a change of scenery.
Get me
Yeah.
out of here.
Harsh-
Oh my
Harsh
God.
environment.
After what?
Be honest.
Yeah, harsh
How many NFC
environment to know that-
championships and no rings? Yeah, like what, 7?
Hey, but before you can
Oh
play
my
for the
God.
ring, you got to be in the show, and he got him to the show.
That's
all
what
the
I'm
time.
like.
Bro.
You got a Forest RC championship.
Speaking of coaches, they showed Bobby Cox and the dude,
I love
the
Bobby
corpse of
Cox,
Bobby
man.
Cox. He could barely turn his
Yeah.
head. He's like, it's just I didn't
That's
want to.
sad.
I didn't want to see him like
Yeah.
that. I'm used to
I
him
didn't
getting
either.
fiery, and
He's still alive, though.
he is technically his heart is
still
beating,
alive.
correct.
Yeah,
He's
no,
still-
I
he's
agree.
still
It
running,
it was a little sad to see. I watched they had just a quick clip of him sitting
Yeah,
with a bunch of people around, and he was like sitting in
In a
the
wheelchair,
chair
he
like
just
this,
looked like
and,
he's
yeah,
being
and
held
he was
prisoner.
literally just like,
That's just not the
Oh,
Bobby
yeah.
Cox I
I'm like,
remember.
yeah, man. But I
I
mean,
miss
shit,
the old Cox.
I get it though. At
bet
this
you
point,
do.
at this
Yeah.
point,
The old Cox.
at this point in his life, he gave all his energy to the damn Braves. I mean, damn, the man holds the MLB record for ejections by a manager.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure. So
Maybe he's just tired all the time. That's why he got ejected so much.
See, y'all,
I'm
y'all
not
put so
feeling
much
this shit
praise
today.
on
I'm
Bobby
getting out.
Cox for losing in the playoffs all those times, but you don't do it for Andy Reid.
blessing.
Not gonna sing.
Well, I can't wait till we do our NFL preview. God,
I can't either. Game 1, that's gonna be great.
cheats on this.
I thought we already did that.
The 1-0 Baltimore Ravens.
Hey, I've got
Maybe.
good news. I've got really good news about that game, though.
Go
Check it
win.
out. Check it out.
Dude, Mahomes.
Even
might
if you
get
guys
pissed off that
lose,
game.
you're still tied with half the league.
Maybe.
For last.
Listen. Don't even.
We're not talking about this right now.
No, I can't.
Well, yeah, Paul George going to Philly was a kind of an interesting story. From what I had read, hearing his interview and on the podcast he was on, I don't know if I guess it's his podcast, but he was talking about how much he wanted to stay in LA. He had told them like he wants to stay. Clippers management had told him like, we want you to make a career here. We want you to retire here. And the first offer came in for him, and it was like 2 years, like $44 million. And he was quoted. He was like, it was a disrespectful contract offer.
I wish someone disrespect me.
That's
You can
how I
disrespect me.
felt
Yeah,
about it.
you
Was
can
like-
disrespect me with $22 million a year.
I'm like, I don't know how disrespectful
I'm
that
not
is,
gonna.
but
I'm not gonna say Paul George doesn't deserve it. He's a great athlete, and he has been since pretty much he stepped foot in the game. It's been wishy-washy with his injuries when he played for the Pacers, and he had such a good run. LeBron was in his way. That's what stopped him. I mean, he hasn't had any championships. I don't think he's been to a finals, right? Has he been to a finals? No, he hasn't.
But $22 million is a little disrespectful for just a little clarification.
Dude, you want to talk about somebody
Tobias
at the
Harris-
end of their
Tobias
career,
Harris
like
stole
Clay?
work from the 76ers every day he stepped out on the court. He sucked ass, and he just
Tobias
he
did
just-
not suck ass.
Dude, he was terrible. Dude, he was the ass cheeks
Did you see him in the playoffs?
this year.
Yes, this year.
Okay, I could pull
Go
this
look.
stat-
Please look it up.
Please, he was
He was
an
the
ass.
second highest scorer.
Where's the stats?
Second highest scorer
Okay,
on the team.
he just stole another $50 million from the.
I'm not
Detroit
saying he
Pistons.
deserves that money. I'm not saying
2
he
years,
deserves
$50
that
million.
money either.
hey, listen, man, we're talking about that amount of money. I'm not trying to get off subject here, but let's not forget Bobby Bonilla steals $1.19 million from
Oh,
the
yeah,
Pens
but that-
every year.
every-
until
Yeah, that's true.
2035.
Hey, Ken Griffey did just get his last installment from the Reds for another $6 million or whatever. He got all that money deferred.
Smart ball players.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I like the fit of Paul George and Philly. You know, that's going to be a good fit for them. They got Tyrese and Embiid. You know, a good point guard, a good center power forward that can do it all. That's going to be a good mix for them. Not going to say they're going to go out and win a championship with him because, I mean, dude, he can go to any team. He's been to 3 or 4 different teams, and
Tough
everyone
to say
said,
Philly's ever going to win a championship.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
who knows with them? And my thing
Well, I mean-
about like the contract is like, dude, you didn't want the extension from the Clippers, right? The Clippers offered him money, and then he said it wasn't good enough or it wasn't enough.
It was the first offer they made, and a lot of people had said the first offer is obviously going to be low. Every team does it. But then he finally worked his way up, and we were talking about Kawhi. His quote was, "The team always said they looked at me and Kawhi as the same type of player." He was like, so Kawhi was getting his extension. He said, "I'll tell you what, whatever you guys give Kawhi for his extension, I'm cool with it. Whatever y'all negotiate for his, give me the same thing, and we're cool." Kawhi I think he ended up settling on 3 years, 152, I think is what it was. Paul George got an offer. It was 3 years, 150. I believe it was 150. And he told him, he was like, "That's cool. 3 years, 150, no trade clause, and I'm good." And the Clippers came back and was like, "Well, we'll do 3 years, 150, but we're not doing a no trade clause. We're not adding that in." And so finally, that's when apparently Paul George put his foot down, went through free agency. Philly made the offer, 212 for 4 years, and he was like, "I'm done." Like you guys were saying, I mean, it is a business.
For the record, Tobias Harris did not score over 20 points in his last 13 playoff games. That's dog shit.
Britt's been sitting on that.
No, I just
What did he do? What did he do?
His last 13 playoff games over this
No. This year, what did he do?
this year. Okay, you want to hear?
Yes,
And he played in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 playoff
6
games.
playoff games.
7 points, 10 points, 8 points, 10 points, 19 points, 0 points. And
I'm gonna be watching the 19-point game.
and he did play 30 minutes with 0 points.
Maybe watch
You
the
beat me to my next
19-point
question
game.
was like, how many minutes he had with that 0?
30.
30 minutes.
I'm not saying he deserves the money either. I don't think Paul George deserves that money. I don't think any of them deserve
But I'm
that
just saying-
high, crazy amount of money.
I think the
I
injury
think
is
they
the
do.
But
biggest.
the NBA money is crazy.
Yeah, It absolutely
Crazy.
is. Let's be honest, MLB's not far away from it. And you got the NFL that these guys get hurt all the time, high contact sport. They're like the lowest paid out of all of big.
But there's salary cap.
If these guys don't get paid that much money, then it's just going to the owners, and the
Right.
players are the ones that are making the money for it. So yes, they do deserve that much money.
I'm just saying somewhere overpaid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Sure,
I mean,
some are overpaid, but the contracts, the players deserve the contracts that they get. If they don't get it, it's just staying with the owners.
I mean, like if you look at it, Patrick Mahomes, would you say, as much as I hate to say this, he's at the top of the league as far as quarterback play goes, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Probably, yeah.
And where would you say LeBron James ranks in just play in the league? Would you say he's top
He's still
10?
top of the league.
top 10?
yeah, but you
Yes.
can't compare.
But I'm just saying,
contracts
Mahomes makes
from
45
leagues.
million, and he just signed another contract for 50.
But you can't you can't compare contracts in leagues. The bargaining agreements are different.
Yeah.
The amount of players they have to pay is completely different.
No, I get it. I mean, yeah, I get it.
It's
but
different. The amount of money
I
the
see what
league
you're
makes
saying,
is
though.
different. The NFL makes a whole lot more,
I see what you're saying.
but they have to pay a whole lot more players
Right.
Well, and I mean,
and personnel.
and the
everything.
NFL, it's going to be even harder now that they're about to pay all that money back for Sunday ticket.
Not to me.
It'll be years.
Oh yeah,
No, you can get in it. Apparently, it's going to anyone who has bought, who bought.
I
Sunday
bought it last
ticket.
year from
You
YouTube
don't
TV.
count. That doesn't count.
Oh,
It wasn't in the date range. It was from like 2015 to like.
I bought it on YouTube
Something.
TV last year. I got it again this year.
Yeah, you won't get it.
I already paid my money.
Sons of bitches.
Yeah, you don't get it.
It's all right.
Dude,
Whatever.
it's fine, man.
It's gonna be years because I think
Who
they're going to
cares?
appeal and everything.
They said it was appealed before they even walked out.
You're
They
gonna
were
beat
like,
ups
"Yeah,
every
this is
Sunday
appealed."
anyway. I just like freaking go in a circle and watch every freaking TV.
Well, one other.
I go to beat ups every Sunday anyway, and just
Oh, that's a waste.
Coming from the Cowboys fan, it seems, it seems
I sit on my couch.
his
and
game
get
is on every
comfortable
week.
and do what
no, I know if I
want
can't
all
watch
day
the game,
long.
if I can't watch like the Philly play, then I'm going to go to beat up.
Yeah, that sucks. Sucks to suck.
But
Well,
if they don't have
yeah,
Sunday
you're one
ticket,
to
how are you
talk.
gonna watch?
I'm a fan of the Cowboys, and they are on TV every week except for
Oh, yeah, true.
at a max
I mean, true.
3
You're right.
games this season.
You're right
I don't-
about that,
I don't
I
get to
guess.
see.
You're right about that.
Fucking Cowboys.
And those
I can't
games,
wait.
I bring up an illegal stream.
Josh, leave that
The
out.
word is out.
Leave that out.
don't.
It's not a legal stream. I use a questionable streaming service.
Oh, it's questionable.
Yeah.
It's very questionable.
Oh,
How I watch UFC too.
Oh yeah, that's the way to go.
FCC will be knocking at Robert's door.
Yeah, yeah.
So we watched your podcast.
It's the gas man.
Well, let's talk about one more thing in NBA before we move on.
Sounds good. Let's
Draft came through.
Come on.
talk about it.
Let's talk about Bronny getting drafted to the LA Lakers in the second round.
Everyone can hate all they want. I mean,
Everybody knew this was going to happen.
I didn't think he deserved it,
The-
but
I knew it was
LeBron
gonna
is
happen,
the
but not in
GM.
the
He's the
second.
coach.
exactly.
He is.
Well, there's only two.
Thank you.
you know, like
There's only
and
two.
and
Is it?
he took a pay cut for him
Really?
to be on the team.
Shows how much I watched the draft.
Yeah. But
oh, if you had a gun in my head, who's the number 1 overall pick? I mean, like some French guy.
Yeah, yep.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Does that count? Do they still pull the trigger?
Yeah,
You weren't wrong.
LeBron did a lot for that to happen, though. Like, he took a pay cut, he minus X amount of money out so he could be factored in. I mean, he's going to be with him full time now instead of, LeBron's traveling all over the place during
Why I
the
like
season
podcast.
and
You
playing.
learn something every time.
Yeah. Especially about basketball, so you guys don't watch it. But no, they'll be together a lot more, and I feel like they'll get that much more playing time in,
Good
especially.
father-son bonding time.
Yeah, I mean, you could say that, but like,
Ain't gonna be no Ken Griffey Jr.
I
situation.
can't say that.
I feel like he's gonna get better. He's just gonna get better and better. He might not have a good first
Maybe,
year. He might not
maybe.
have a good second year.
might get
He's
better,
gonna get
but-
better and better.
Does that mean he deserves to be drafted in the second round? He could get better.
No, I honestly didn't think he was gonna go in the draft this year. I thought he was gonna have one more year at USC.
Yeah,
Wait,
but now they
learning
gotta
that
hurry up
now-
and do that while LeBron's still in the league. LeBron's gotta play in the league with his son. He's
He already
gotta
got
be
it.
first to do it.
He already got an
That's all
extension,
that
though.
it does.
Yeah.
That's all this is for. That's all it is.
You
That's
know
all it's
he's
for.
trying to play with Bryce now too. Bryce will be graduating
and if he
this
and
year.
if he really wants to, that will happen too. That's all it's for, and it's good for him. I don't really care.
I'll say Bronny probably got like a mix of mom and dad genes. He's probably about 6'1", 6'2", so he's like a shooting guard type. He's not a full.
I bet all of their kids got a mix of.
He's not
mom
a
and
full.
dad genes.
No, Bryce is full LeBron.
That's crazy.
I'm just saying his damn body size, bro. God damn it.
No, I get
There's
what
people
you're
that
saying.
are there's people that are the same height as moms and the same height as dads. Thank you.
Delivery was hilarious. What he said.
Yeah, whatever you want to say.
Bronny is full of LeBron.
He said Bronny got
Mom's
a
like
mixture of his mom
5'1".
and dad. But
All right.
Just some babies predominantly have dad, predominantly have
I
mom.
get what
Yeah,
you're saying,
look
man.
exactly
I'm
like
just
my mom.
giving you a hard time. It's
I know.
all right.
Anyways, Bryce is literally LeBron's clone, man. His body type and everything is exactly like LeBron's. Bronny's more of a shooting guard. He's never
Yeah,
gonna
but
be,
Bryce doesn't like basketball, so that's
Bryce doesn't?
yeah.
Learning this about
Bronny was the big basketball player.
He's
Like
playing
Bryce is the
basketball.
one. He is. But from everything that I've heard, it's like Bronny is the one that wanted to do everything. He wants to really do this. Bryce
He
is
might
like
go play table tennis.
he fits the mold. So
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, but I don't think he's as into it as
Yeah.
Bronny is.
You never know.
Yeah.
See what happens. Chinese table tennis.
Well, learning that now about the draft. Kind of that gives my idea that I had about this whole how I felt about it even more clout in my own book is like, yeah, if it's only 2 rounds, I don't feel like he was good enough to be drafted at all.
No, it would have.
No,
It
I
would
didn't
have
think
made
he was gonna
so
draft
much
him,
more
honestly.
sense, and they could have
didn't.
paid. They could have done it. It would have made so much more sense to not draft him and just sign him as an undrafted free agent.
Right.
Yeah.
But LeBron wasn't going to let that.
Nah.
Get him paid.
But here's
Yeah,
the
I
thing.
mean-
Reddick and Palinka all agreed with it. It wasn't a LeBron.
Sure.
You have to do this.
Yeah, but LeBron
Palinka's okay, but Palinka's the owner. He has to agree with it. Reddick's the new coach. He has to agree with it. They could say he's a piece of shit, and no, we're not drafting him.
Yeah, and then you lose.
And then you lose LeBron,
Nah,
who opted out the day after
Yeah.
Bronny
Yeah,
was
the day
drafted.
after
He
he was
opted out of his contract to sign another one.
extension.
Yeah.
Or less money.
But if they tell him, go fuck yourself, we're not drafting your son,
Yeah, he
the next day he opts out and he goes somewhere else.
Exactly.
Like, what?
I guess.
Yes, LeBron was
Go
in
play with the
control.
Warriors. Go play with the Warriors and Steph. That would be dope.
I'm saying if you draft
They were
Bronny
talking
James, he's
about
going to
that.
go to Australia and play.
Go.
Yeah, they said anybody but the Lakers. If you draft Bronny James, he's going to Australia.
That was old. What's his name?
I just
Rich
think it's
Paul,
going to be a
Rich
we'll
Paul.
see. We're going to leave it at
Rich
that.
Adele.
We'll see. We'll see type thing. I'm excited to see them play together, though. I've been waiting for it for a long time.
You might have to wait a while.
You know how excited I am to see him?
Even
play?
a minute on the court together.
Can I guess?
I
Maybe,
never watched him
maybe.
play a
Really
second at
excited.
USC.
It's okay.
So
You haven't-
that-
I watched him play high school basketball. I was watching him since he was a freshman because they televised it.
you know who I watched play high school basketball?
JJ Redick.
Boom, baby.
So did he.
Many minutes.
Well, good takes on everything.
Yeah. For sure.
Running out of time a lot faster than I thought we would.
Baseball.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's that time of the year. Baseball's ramping up for
I
All
keep
Star.
talking about
I could
baseball.
too. I mean,
That's one thing we
it's
agree
the
on.
most
Baseball is
wonderful time of the year.
Well,
Well,
favorite sport.
till what?
Until October.
Until I see October is such a great time because you're still, early in the football season and you get playoff baseball with
I do
football.
kind of forget about baseball about
And then
September.
you get a
I
little-
guess you could say there's
Didn't you get a little NBA and a little bit NHL?
yeah, NHL.
Which, I mean, NHL Capitals making some moves. They're doing some good things. They're
Save it.
Well,
save it for
making that team younger.
Save
Speaking
it.
of moves, let's talk a little bit about what moves you. And
Yeah,
we've
what
been on
moves
for a
us,
couple
man?
weeks. So, I mean, we got a couple.
Got a couple things
got a
here.
couple, a few extra days to add in. What could move you, guys?
Okay.
What moves you this week?
Give me just a moment.
I'm gonna start because this is fresh in my head.
All right, go for it.
I talked to the guys before the show about this. So the Twins, like we were talking about, they haven't had like the best pitching in the world. It's been like wishy-washy. They have a really good closer. Their starters have been back and forth. Their hitting has been crazy good all year. I mean, they've been very consistent. They got guys up and down the lineup that, I mean, you wouldn't even heard of last year. There's this guy, Jose Miranda. I'm not sure. I guess he came up last year, they said. He didn't have too much playing time, but he had a streak this past week where he went 12 at-bats, 12 hits. And if you know anything about baseball, you know how difficult that is to do because somebody could walk you. They could, intentionally pitch around you to get by you to the next batter.
Hit by pitch.
Hit by pitch.
Walking
anything.
doesn't affect that.
Oh yeah, that's right. At bats, I think he got hit. He got hit by pitch. One of the bats in between, so it didn't count. So you're right about that. But the record was 12, and it was set back in 1902 by Johnny Kling. The only two.
I remember
Yeah,
that.
you know Johnny Kling, right?
I remember that
Yeah,
year.
this guy.
God, what a year he had.
Johnny Kling.
1902 though. That's 122 years ago, bro. That's when that record was set. The only two other players in
it was
history, you
yesterday.
guys know these guys. Pinky Higgins in 1938.
Oh,
Pinky Higgins.
You know,
Yes.
the Pinkies.
I remember his brother.
And then, Walt Dropo. Walt Dropo, 1952. Walt Dropo. That's the only other players to do it. I just thought, obviously people don't know who that is, but just a part of history. This guy, came out of nowhere. He raised his average from like 289 to 340 in a matter of a week or two. Obviously, like Robert was saying, 12 hits in a row will do that for you, but that's what moved me for the week. So I just thought that was amazing. Just
That's a bit. Yeah, I mean,
watching
that's a
him
big
3
one.
games in a row, like he finished one game with a hit, so that started a streak. Then he went 5 for 5 and 4 for 4 the next 2 games, which is insane. And then he led off the next game with 2 hits, and he finished his streak with a line drive. Should have had 13, but that was just
So it was over-
crazy to watch.
Over
man.
the course of 3
4
games,
games.
4 games.
Yeah, 4
How many games did they win? Just curious.
out of those?
Yeah.
I'm not 100%.
I wonder what that. I wonder.
Probably-
You got a good shot at winning.
Probably
Twins
the
have been
two-
winning a lot.
Yeah.
Probably the 2 at least that he went 5 for 5 and 4 for 4.
Yeah.
I think
the whole
Twins have
team
won 7 out of their last 10.
Yeah, the whole
They're-
team's hitting, man. Santana, God, there's Buxton, all those guys on that team, man. They have so many good players, good hitters.
Correa.
Yeah,
What's up?
Correa,
What's
that
up,
dude
Dr.
has
Mike?
been stupid red hot.
All right, what moved me this week? And I know last time what moved me with Joey Chestnut. I said I would not watch the July 4th hot dog eating contest. Official ban. Well, I broke the ban because I wanted to watch it.
I wanted to watch.
It was hating.
Your ban lasted less than 3 weeks.
I hate watching it because I was like, all right, let's just see. And a guy named Patrick Bertoletti
Oh, yeah.
ate 58
He's
hot
been
dogs
in
in
it.
10 minutes.
58 glizzies.
He's been in it.
Respectable, right?
Not when you look
Okay.
at how many.
Yeah, right.
Chestnut
So,
ate.
so I watched it, whatever. Mickey Mouse Championship. Not this guy's fault. He's just out there competing, doing his thing. Yeah, no, whether Chestnut's in or out, it's not his decision. He's just showing up doing his thing. So congrats to him for winning. But for reference, Joey Chestnut did a separate event for the troops and ate 57 hot dogs in 5 minutes. So he did the exact same in half
What?
the time.
I was gonna say
57
I'm
in
pretty
5
sure-
minutes?
57 in 5 minutes.
I'm pretty sure Joey Chestnut has choked out a protester and still ate more than that.
Yes.
In one Nathan's hot dog.
And then
contest.
That's crazy.
just today, B-Dubs, Buffalo Wild Wings,
I saw.
challenged him and said they're doing a all-you-can-eat Buffalo Wild Wings doing all-you-can-eat boneless wings promotion right now. For
Oh.
$20, you get as much wings and fries as you want. And they said, Joey, if you come and eat 200 wings, we'll extend it. He ate 200 boneless wings in 38 minutes.
Yeah, dude.
And
200
200 boneless wings in 38 minutes.
So much bread.
Dude, I mean, and
insane.
that's a lot of wings, dude.
God,
Even
yeah.
like 15, 20. I'm like, bro, holy shit.
Yeah, if I had a 20 piece, I'd be rocked.
Oh yeah.
A 20 piece, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done.
12
For
eat
the
and some
whole
beer is
day, I'm
usually
done.
good.
It probably took longer than 30 minutes too.
Hell yeah.
So
Golly.
like
That's insane.
that is
Buffalo Wild Wings got good boneless wings.
So-
So I'm like, you got to save.
He's not even eating real hot dogs
what
anymore.
ruined me about all this is Joey just chestnut flexing both biceps with his nuts to the ground, just flexing.
Oh, just
Yeah, seriously, he needs a wheelbarrow to carry those things.
marbles.
And
You have
yeah,
marbles.
and I'm sorry, Patrick Bertoletti. Like I know you are
Huevos?
the championship, but you are not the real champion. He was not there. You did not win. Mickey Mouse, Joey Chestnut, you moved me this week.
No, he ate real hot dogs in that competition.
Yeah, he's
He's just sponsored by Imposter Dogs. He ate real hot dogs.
Imposter dogs.
yeah.
That's what he. That's
Impossible dog. And thanks. Yeah, imposter dog. Impossible.
Whatever. But yeah, no, he ate real hot dogs in that competition. They were 58 real, like beef hot dogs.
Ooh. Oh my God, 58 vegan hot dogs. Oh, look how much
That
beef,
would
beef
jar.
curd, whatever else is in a vegan hot dog, just fermenting in your gut. Oh my God.
Imagine you gonna do the baseball challenge.
Give me the pig lips and butthole. Give me the
You'd rather have a Cunha dogs, wouldn't you?
double.
Yeah, double stuff.
Well, all right. What you got over there? What moves you this week, buddy?
What's up, brother? It's gonna be all the sketch stuff.
Here we go.
Nobody knows sketch, the viral clips, everything. The bunch of videos leaked of him doing stuff with guys a few years ago.
That's
And
fortunate.
it came out like he came out, and this is what I give him props for the way he came out and did he faced it, made jokes like he always does.
Yeah.
And it was just funny. And the way that he went about it, good job. And it made like you said, he was going through a lot of like addiction stuff, which makes it even hard. Like if it was like just a part of his lifestyle and that's what he did, I think that would be a little bit more to like easier for him to accept that the world has seen. But like he made it like that was a dark time in his life that he's not proud of. And so for him to open up and make the jokes, like that was good. My favorite one was when he said, I don't know what I'm going to do. I might stream longer. I might start streaming more. I might stop streaming. I don't know. What did Kim Kardashian do?
He said, I've been referenced more to Kim Kardashian over the last 24 hours
Right.
of my entire life. I will say it hit hard hearing him say, like he said, I've been delusional thinking that this would never come out. And I'm like, that kind of hits hard. You're hoping that no one ever sees it.
Right.
He says, it was a dark time that you're not proud of.
Right.
I still, after all the stuff I've seen online, and I'm so glad you said something about it, because after all the stuff I've seen online, I still love sketch. Sketch is
Yeah,
the man.
yeah. And
Yeah.
good
That's
props
funny.
to like all
Yeah.
the like the FaZe clan and like bands and everything,
Absolutely.
like he said, because he was like he said he didn't know what he was gonna do, but he said that he may not be here to talk to you. if
Yeah,
they
that
didn't.
he said that first night. The things that he said about it, like that was dark. That was really like I felt for him because you never see him really emotional.
No.
I've only seen him like emotional even close to that one time, and that was when he was with Theo Vaughn, and he was talking about some stuff, and he kind of got choked up for a split second, like talking about like his faith and all that, and then they kind of moved on. It was right back into his persona, but to see him like very vulnerable in that situation, I know we talked about it before today, me and Josh, how all these the people that are dogging on sketch are the same people who were defending Dr. Disrespect over this whole thing that he went through.
Yeah.
And I'm like, there is a big difference between the two of these. There's a huge difference between the two. I will say this to make kind of joke, kind of serious about it. What
man.
we talked about at work today was
Subway went through it twice.
the whole thing was sketch, and they were like, he did it on OnlyFans. He was making money off of it. Now I'm not saying whether people think it's right or wrong, it's their own opinions. Most of us in this room that are guys have made a joke at one point or another, and the same running joke that always seems to go on is like, man, I'm not gay, but $20 is $20.
Well, if you're in an addiction, $20 is way more than $20.
Exactly. How about some of these people you see on OnlyFans that are making like hundreds of thousands of dollars a month, some even in the millions. There was a dude, I was talking to the guys in the truck. There was a dude on Facebook. It was a Facebook reel a while back, and it was two dudes, and it was like they're buddies. And the one guy was like, "Let me ask you something." And he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "For $5 million, would you?" And before he could say it, guy's like,
Yep.
"Yep." He's like, I didn't even finish. He was like, he's like, he said, for $5 million, anything other than you telling me to kill somebody, I'm probably doing it. He's like, so wait a minute, dude. He's like, you would have sex with a dude for $5 million? He's like, one time? He's like, yeah, one time. He's like, do you know how much therapy I can afford for $5 million and still have money in the bank? He's like, dude, I get it. Money drives the world. Money makes us do shit we don't want to do sometimes. But, I mean... shit, I've seen way worse shit on Twitter than this.
And the doctor disrespect, like I've seen people say like, "Oh, Twitch planted that under like they." Whether they planted her or not, he obviously knew she was she was underage, and the way that his announcement of it was the craziest thing I've ever seen. Like the way he was like. I did have messages back and forth with a minor that oftentimes leaned more inappropriate than should. It's like, okay, there you go. That's all we need to hear right there.
Yeah.
That's it. And then he edited out minor.
Yeah.
And then immediately edited minor back in. It's like, dude, you're weird.
Yeah.
You're weird.
Pretty weird.
And I guess we should have kind of known about, like, Dr. Disrespect, pretty weird. Like, anyone has to create a character like that, like, to completely change who you are. Like, I don't know, there's something weird about that. I could never watch, like, his stream, like, full on. I could watch clips. He had funny clips. He was a great clip person. But, like, if I've tried watching, like, him stream, couldn't do it. I couldn't. I don't know. It's just, he's aggravating to watch, like... straight on.
I have seen some of his stuff that he did not on. I'm not a fan of his streams. I had seen some stuff that when he went to the 49ers camp and did some stuff. Some of that was funny.
No, he's got some funny clips, but I can't watch a whole thing.
Yeah, it's just. But yeah, I mean, I feel for Sketch. Like I said, the dude. Everybody's making it out to like this dude is like this terrible person over some stuff that got leaked. First off, the person who searched and found it and leaked it. They were doing it for a shitty reason to begin with. Yeah. They were trying to further a journalism. They're a wannabe journalist that did it strictly to be hurtful to try to further their career. Or actually, not even further it. They're kind of a nobody. They were trying to do it to get started.
Like, that's what I'm like. Are you watching this stuff to find this? How do you find this?
Exactly. Like, you're hunting for
and be like, that's Sketch, and then have a problem with it to where you call people out on it. It's like, well, if you're watching this and you like, I don't know. It's weird.
Well, I just want to say, going off of what you've said, and again, I want to say how
he's got it too, though.
What?
Josh. He's got a Chrome done too.
Oh, I just want to say that again. I back my boy Sketch up on that. He's one personality. I'd still love to meet the dude. Like Sketch.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Super. He's hilarious. You see him do so many good things, like visiting cancer patients and just signing random people's autographs. And how happy he is to see fans. I'm like, he's a genuine dude.
He seems like a
Chrome.
And so.
Good dude.
It's unfortunate that it went down like this. And like I said, we've all gone through dark times, and we've all done things in our lives. I don't care who you are. Everyone's done. We've all gone through dark times. Back, probably like, I don't know, iffy. So, but thoughts are with Sketch.
Good
Glad.
movement.
I still think that the funniest thing though was the funniest part I found was when he come out. He's like, I did not have sexual relations with that man.
Yes,
okay. Yes, maybe I did.
He makes it funny at least.
But I mean, that's all you can do at that point. I feel like.
You got to read this last comment, dude.
Bro. I'm gonna tell you now. Slipperhouse Josh over here is about to take the pedestal as the greatest commenter that we have.
He's been like that his whole life.
That's awesome.
Since I've known him.
The smoothest chrome dome.
I mean,
in the East.
listen, man. You
He
can
does
see,
have the smooth crown down.
ask these guys. You could see my bald head from the other end of the Roanoke Civic Center.
Bruh. Like,
We were just trying to binoculars. Where's Brent?
like not even close. Like you didn't have to like search and stuff. It was like, ding. There's Brent. I think it was Robert actually when we were sitting there. Robert's like, yeah, there's Brent.
I see the beacon from the light.
Like the beacon of Gandor.
Well, I'm gonna finish this thing off with something that moves me. I will say I'm gonna mix it up a little bit over what I had kind of decided earlier because the more I thought about it, something that really moved me, and it's very early in this transition, but hey,
It's okay, Andy. We'll still be your friend.
I'm not here to talk about my transition.
Pre-op or post-op, brother?
I want to talk about a player who was an MLB player I loved to watch. He played for the Braves. We got to see him live in the World Series. He was a big time baller for us. He got let go for free agency this last year because the Braves just didn't want to pay the money. And at the time, I was like, "Yeah, it sucks, but I get it." But we've needed a little help here and there. And so, what is it? 2 or 3 days ago, the Braves, Eddie Rosario was released from
Washington.
from the Nationals. Braves immediately, within I think like an hour, picked him up to a minor league contract. And 24 hours later, had him brought in onto the major league roster. And then last night, down 2 in the ninth inning, Eddie Rosario comes in, hits the single, gets on base. Sean Murphy hits the homer to take it to extra innings, and we beat the Diamondbacks. It's great to see Eddie back.
Yeah,
I
told
love
you, it's
seeing
gonna be a
Eddie
spark plug,
Rosario
man.
back.
Just a little bit.
Eddie Rosario is another one of those players, and I know we talk about like the change of scenery and the different places that some players like to play. Jesse Chavez is a perfect example.
Exactly. Whenever he comes back
he
to
hasn't
Atlanta,
had injuries or anything like that that's really hurt his career, but he goes to Chicago and sucks. Comes back to Washington, does great. Comes back to Atlanta and does great. Yeah, leaves Atlanta, goes to
Angels.
Yeah, the Angels, sucks it up, gets cut, comes back to Atlanta, does awesome. I think Eddie could be that kind of player as well. I'm not saying he's going to be an all-star, but he always seems to play better.
Dodger killer, man.
He is.
Baseball,
Literally.
you see that more because
Pass some things.
pitching at different stadiums is completely different.
My life.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Man, I gotta get me some of these.
That's why
Yeah,
the
that-
Mariners, they have a great pitching staff, but they also pitch at a pitcher's park.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it is known hitters struggle in that park to hit. Maybe that's part of the reason why Seattle's lineup sucks this year.
Could be.
Yeah.
Could be. Well, again, I just wanted to throw it out there because I loved seeing the news. I was kind of taken back when I saw it because I didn't believe it at first. And I double checked the source, even though the source was reliable, and was like, cool. Eddie's coming back. And then to see him be productive, even if he doesn't do great for the rest of the season, he came in clutch when we needed him. So glad to have Eddie back. Eddie, we love you. Glad to have you back in the ATL.
Love it.
Let's review some of these snacks. Everybody's munching, man. Let's
I got
move
my
on and
grades.
let's review.
Yeah, I got my
things.
grades right here.
Start us off, director. What are we doing? We starting with the pickle?
Starting with the dill.
Start with the dill pickle goldfish.
I got some more over here.
All right, you got some over there.
I've been munching them.
All right.
They're pretty good, man. I like it.
I'm going 9.6.
Holy shit.
These are amazing.
I mean, if you really like pickle
These are
flavor
so
and
fucking
like a little bit of
I'm at 9.5. They're very good.
They're
If you
so good.
if you can deliver on the flavor that you say,
Drop.
it's got the spicy, it's got the
dude, it's
pickle,
like a perfect. Like,
it's got all of it, and it's very well balanced. 9.5, man.
you ever had like the pickles in the Chick-fil-A sandwich?
And it's
Yeah,
not
It's like exactly
overly
what it tastes
spicy.
like.
It's not overly dill.
Yeah,
It's like the perfect, like, oh.
it's like a perfect
What do you
blend.
got?
I'll give it a solid 8.5. Solid 8.5. I usually don't like pickle anything, but that I can, like I said, I like pickles on Chick-fil-A sandwiches.
Josh, by
That's what it reminds me of. Yeah, that dude's waiting to get a 10 or 10.
So then I'll bring the roller coaster down the first hill to let Josh bring it up the second one because I don't like pickle. The spiciness isn't bad. I'm not a huge fan of goldfish. I'm still gonna go. Still, even not liking those things, still solid seven for me.
I was gonna say you ate a bunch
I
of
think
them.
it's a solid 7.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
He literally did. I thought he was kidding.
Josh, what do you got on these things, man?
What we got, Josh?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Josh is breaking barriers over here.
Uh-oh, he went above
10.1.
10. I don't think we've had that. Yet.
They're so good.
Josh just terminated.
with him.
I'm gonna match you guys with these things, man. I feel this way like you guys feel.
The
that
door
way.
said 1 through 10, and Josh terminated that
Yeah.
shit. He's
Yeah.
like, boom.
I'm gonna do it.
I'm gonna
Step up,
Duke Nukem that thing. Just jack it right open. Big boot.
dude.
Yeah, I mean, again, for not liking them, 7's pretty high for me for not liking them. Like not liking.
Well, if you don't like them, then don't.
No,
give
not
them
liking ingredients, the pickle and stuff.
Yeah,
not
yeah.
liking
I don't
pickle.
usually like
Pickle's
pickle,
a huge
but-
thing for me. I'm not a big fan of it, but
I don't know why. I like the pickles on like Chick-fil-A sandwiches. Like I'm saying, that's just what it reminds me of. It tastes so good.
I get fried chicken
Chick-fil-A
sandwiches.
sandwich is fucking amazing.
Yeah, I love it, dude. Love them.
It does remind me of like a spicy Chick-fil-A sandwich.
Yeah, it's just like a nice taste.
It's
I
got the
don't know.
buttery. It's got the
Yeah.
they're very good.
I
What's
agree
next?
with Robert though. Nothing overpowering, and I think that's
Yeah.
why
All right.
they still get a
All
7.
right, let's
for
get
me.
these.
We'll
'cause
do the Zappos pretzel sticks.
Yep.
I love-
Spicy Cajun.
I'm a big fan.
Oh, they were good.
big
I'm
fan
giving
of
them
those.
8-3.
8-3.
8-3
What
from
you got?
Robert.
What you got, boss? My man's been munching them, so I know you're gonna
I'm
be.
right there with Robert, 8.5.
8.5.
Dude,
There, you need more.
I'm gonna take you guys this dill pickle one because I'm a huge pretzel fan, and these things have like crazy amount of flavor. I'm gonna say 9.7.
Woo!
Dude, I just like since I discovered dots, and then you started bringing the zaps and stuff. I've just been in love with that, man. Like I don't even eat chips really anymore. Like whenever I go out, it's pretzel sticks, Takis. Since you brought those on, I don't really eat chips anymore.
I don't like one of the things that come down. I don't like pretzel like twists like that. I like just a thin stick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like those.
Another
Too much
like
dough.
those honey. That's another reason why I love those honey.
Oh yeah, those little sticks.
It's just a stick. I like that.
Yep.
So what do we got on these?
I got 9.7.
9.7.
I think it's
I
some
gave him
dip.
8.5.
I think it's some
8.5.
dip. It'll be close to
8.3.
Josh's 10.1.
8.3. I'm still going 8 flat on those. They're pretty good. I like them a little better than the
Solid
goldfish.
score,
A
though.
little spicier than the goldfish, but I like that
I like the
Cajun
Cajun.
flavor.
Yeah.
All right.
What do you got, Josh?
8.5.
8.5.
We're doing a bonus review.
Yeah, I
on
was
it.
gonna say no. There's no question.
I gotta take
ding,
the rest
ding,
of this home.
ding,
I think my
ding.
wife's gonna like it. But the carne, this is from
no.
the Beef Jerky Experience. It's a franchise right down here in Smith Mountain
I'll say
Lake.
we're doing the shout out.
Go check them out.
Beef
This
Jerky
is the carne
Experience.
asada
Go.
style beef jerky.
I'm going there immediately.
Yeah, right down there at Bridgewater Plaza.
Yep.
8-7.
This was very good jerky. It's a 9 for
I'm
me.
sorry. I'm sorry. I gotta do 10.
I was gonna say you
10?
might do it.
Why are you apologizing?
I'm going.
I just had never done 10 before. I
going
I
10.
felt like that was
Really?
worthy.
I'm going 10. I love
That
the
was like,
texture.
yeah.
I loved that it
Everything
tastes very
about it.
authentic. I like a slightly softer jerky like we were talking about. The flavor is amazing
Made
on
with
it.
fresh
And it looks like
cilantro.
it looks like carne asada.
Everything tastes naturally flavored. So
Isn't this the same stuff they sell at the beef jerky stores at the beach? And
It literally looks like
it might be a
carne
franchise.
asada,
Like
too.
it's not local. It's a local franchise.
yeah, I'm pretty
So-
sure this is the same company. Yeah,
that's
this
like
is
some of the
same
best
company
jerky I've ever had.
At the beef jerky place at like at Myrtle Beach.
Yeah, yeah.
This is you can buy this brand new.
Man, munching on the deals.
hell yeah. What do you think about the jerky?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Give it a 9.
Yeah,
That's some
solid.
solid jerky, bro.
Dude, that was
The Reese's
some of the
popcorn
best
is
jerky.
doomed after these 3 snacks.
Yeah, with the Reese's popcorn, I'm,
Simmering.
I don't
gonna
even
pass.
see it.
It's
Yeah.
over there.
Yeah, I don't
I'm
even need to
passing
see
on
it.
It's like a
2.
it's a 5.
Yep, I was gonna say I'm
Right there
I'm
in the
a
middle.
solid 5 in the middle.
5.5.
I gave it a
5.5.
6 too. It's good.
If you like Reese's and popcorn, and
Chewy
big-
popcorn.
yeah, I'm like
If
give
you
it a
like
shot.
chocolate and chewy popcorn,
I don't mind.
I'd be
I don't
more
mind
interested in that
all-
Oreo.
Like
Josh got a 6.
Yeah.
what's that pop?
Yeah.
What's the
Breathe
white
fast.
cheddar popcorn?
Smart.
Smart
Yeah.
food. That's
I love
that's
some smart
soft.
food. Yeah.
That's soft popcorn. I don't mind soft popcorn. It's not.
I'm reading
it's
this.
whatever.
I mean, I'd be flattered. That's
Savage.
That's
He had
that's not
football
savage.
too.
That's epic.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's epic.
All right.
Complimentary right there.
That's why he's doing this.
Okay. All right. Well, but us bald guys, we got to stick together, man.
Yeah.
Bald brotherhood is for real. So shout
He
out.
called you bald boss. That's a compliment right
Yeah.
there, bro.
I've been called worse. I've been called much
So-
worse.
He's so on edge. Like he's so like
That's Johnny Sins Jr.
everyone's like everyone's picking on him because that's all anyone. Everyone just picks on him. Like
All right.
you got, I always pick on him.
look up
brother
Johnny
always
Sands.
picks on him. Everyone's always picking on
Look
him.
up Johnny
So he
Sands,
just
then
lives
look at
his life,
him.
like
see
thinking
the
everyone's just
resemblance.
always picking on him.
Didn't you beat Brian up one time in school? What's he picking?
I beat him up. I beat him up in school. I
And
beat
that's
him
why
up
he
at
won't
home.
fight.
Yeah, I
him
beat
in
him
rough
up.
and
I beat him up in public.
rowdy. That's
him up
why
in
he won't-
life.
That's why he won't fight
It's
him.
been
in
a
rough and
beatdown
rowdy.
all around.
Refuses to fight him in rough and rowdy.
I will not fight Brian Rough Rowdy because that's all he wants to do. Like, all he wants to do is just punch me in the face.
I coached MMA for a while, and I was 3-0 as a coach. Just saying. I can get you ready, dude.
I don't want to hurt him.
Cousin
get
is a
you ready.
beast, though.
Huh?
So our cousin is a beast.
Oh, I'm not taking monster. I wouldn't have wanted to go in the ring with him, and I was 30 pounds heavier than him at the time.
He's a monster. He's still a monster.
I don't want to hurt the boy.
I don't want to.
I don't
offers
think you
out
got
there.
that to worry about.
The offer's out there. Just saying.
All right.
Yeah, man.
I did say I would joust him. That offer is on the
The
table.
joust. So if the rough and rowdy's
Yeah,
not
see,
going
I
to happen,
told
we
you.
got to make the joust happen.
There's a reason why he's saying that.
No, I believe
I
you, brother.
stand with the doctor. Well,
Solidarity.
Thanks, Josh.
right.
The long
And other Josh.
Well, guys, those are good snacks. Good reviews tonight. I really enjoyed that jerky. Some good takes. A lot of great stuff coming up this next week in baseball. I'm very excited to see. Really hoping that the Phillies fucking plummet. but
Football is right around the corner. Like,
football is life.
on like a Saturday or Sunday morning, and your mom's cooking bacon down in the kitchen, and you wake up to the smell.
Oh, yeah.
I smell bacon.
Crispy.
Okay,
Let's get
I
crispy.
smell football. It's almost here. Like, I'm not out of bed.
I am
yet.
excited
It's
about
on the
football.
way. I gotta get up. I gotta take a piss, brush my teeth. I'm almost on the way down there. It's there.
I do.
Mini camp's almost started.
Yeah, I do love baseball.
College
but I
football
really
25
get
about to
excited
come
about
out on
football.
Xbox.
That is going to be.
Well,
fucking
we
fun.
are all over that.
Yep.
Like,
We're going to have tournaments.
college football will be on soon.
Gotta have
It is
tournaments.
about to
Actually
be a
excited
big
more for college than NFL.
It'll be a big
Yeah.
football
Yeah.
preview month, and I'm sure we will have something on deck to
I don't
preview.
wanna
We got fantasy coming up.
Yep,
I don't want
fantasy
to
coming
preview
up.
NFL.
I will say, before the football season starts, we're still trying to figure it out, but we will have our trivia episode
Oh, yeah.
before fantasy football starts.
That's a good idea.
All right. I'll be
we're
out the NFL preview week.
You'll be out the NFL preview week.
Yeah, I don't want to. I don't really care.
I didn't realize you cared so much about basketball all season.
Yeah.
A trivia question: what team, who calls himself America's team, hasn't been to the NFC Championship game this millennium?
With that. What's America's team have to do with that?
I don't know. That's what you guys call yourselves.
I don't.
That's just what. True doubts, man.
When did I say that? When have I said that?
When you're talking about how we're always, you guys are always on TV.
That's
You're
a
in-
fact.
No, but you're America's team.
I never said.
He said we're cable's team.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever heard you
Do
say
a
we are
segment,
America's.
Chris Robert, like 5-minute segment, like whenever they're together.
Best zingers.
Yeah.
Best zinger episode.
No, the Cowboys are gonna suck.
They're gonna have no run game whatsoever.
They won't make the playoffs this year.
That's a bold take.
I think they'll win 7 games.
Ooh.
I think Washington will be good. Washington's
Well,
gonna
we
be
got to
good.
stay for the preview, fellas, but I think 7's
Right.
a little low.
Yeah, that's
I can see that.
I wonder what the Vegas line is at. You take the under.
It's probably higher than that.
Probably,
gotta be at least
probably at least 10.
9.5.
It's probably 9.5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We'll see how soft or
See how-
hard their schedule is.
Yeah.
Eagles are probably about that too.
No, they got an easy schedule.
I would think.
I don't care
that
about
means
the
we
fans,
have an
I
easy
care about the
schedule because
team.
we play the same teams.
They suck.
No.
No running back.
None.
The,
Oh yeah, I got rid
best
of Pollard.
defensive player is in an argument with another defensive player over a podcast. CeeDee Lamb is
Yes,
about to
over a
gonna
podcast.
play probably.
Yeah, CD Lamb don't want to show up to camp.
God, that's not
Jeez.
good.
Really?
And Dak
That does not
Dak is coming
good.
into last year his contract, right?
But hey, as Jerry Jones said, we're all in.
We're all in.
Yep.
All in.
Got
to
no one
not
in the
sign
offseason,
best-
but we're all
best
in.
Wide receivers in the league. We ain't doing that. You gonna sit out, son?
Yeah, man.
Well, I mean,
And
That's
Derrick
crazy.
Henry might have come to Dallas.
at least y'all made huge.
I thought he
moves in the
was,
draft.
honestly. I
thought
thought Henry was going to Dallas.
Yeah, we got an offensive lineman.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah. Stop. Stop.
We'll save it. Save it.
Yep. Cutting it off. All right, well, with that, I think we're gonna wrap this thing up. Guys, it was great to be back on with you guys.
Yeah.
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Been good.
Absolutely. Want to thank all the fans out there. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for being a part of this. Special shout out to Slipper House Extra Josh over here for the
Yeah,
great
man.
engagement, great comments. It was great having you in the group.
Really
Appreciate you, brother.
engaging with us.
Yep.
Standing
It was
strong. Brotherhood. Guys,
loving
stick together.
To see it. Loving to see it.
BB strong.
That's it. Got to throw our shout out over there to our man behind the scenes, Josh Richards. Josh, thanks for keeping us going this evening, brother. And thank you to all the fans.
Yes,
all of you
thank
that
you.
are a part of the Sports Bites family.
Thank
Thank
you.
you guys so much for the likes. Thanks for all you subscribers. Remember, if you're a subscriber and you got friends that aren't, family that isn't, and you think they like the podcast, tell them to hop on. Push that button. Keep the likes, keep the subscribes coming. Keep the comments
yes.
coming during these things. We love to see the engagement. And yeah, just keep rocking and rolling
See
with
you
us.
next week.
Absolutely.
gonna be
We will
doing
be
rocking,
here.
baby.
We hope to see you too. And
Later,
with
everybody.
that, want to thank my brother Don.
Yes, sir.
Don,
No
thanks for
problem.
being here. Dr. Mike,
Yep.
thanks
Go.
for being here. Robert, always a pleasure, buddy.
Yep.
On the mic.
And with that, we are Sports Bites, your '1 sports podcast, bringing you the best of both worlds.
Sports.
And
Stacks.
thank y'all so much. We love you. Have a great night.
Thank you.
Long as I wake up in the morning, I'ma get a bag. Get a bag, yeah, I'ma get a bag. Long as I wake up in the morning, I'ma get a bag. Get a bag, yeah, I'ma get a